All right. Stream is starting soon. Find your seats. The professor is just waiting for the students to arrive. Put these in all the different places. And then we will start doing what we're doing. Classes in session. It does say Sunday night study hall. That's not what it's supposed to say, but here we are anyways. But that's okay. Putting it all out there. Welcome on in, those that are making their way in for the evening. Hope everyone's doing good. Just give me a moment to message the crowds of people, the throngs of Professor's followers. We can get to it. We can get into. Hopefully the gameplay mode shows up. There we go. Looks like we are in and working. Let's make sure that the chat works and that all is well. Chat works. The chat works. Awesome. And so now we can get going. HBK, first one in. First one with the sub, which I appreciate you making the sub. Appreciate you coming in. You're usually the first to class, so definitely appreciate it. Oh, jeez. Just spilled. Hold on one second. Spilled a whole bunch of water on the table as I'm trying to talk to you. And of course, some of it lands on the computer. Seems to be. Hey, bud. Don't we all, when it comes to all of this? Yeah. The problem with Beth Phoenix is getting her to 5-star. I've been trying. I tried a few times this afternoon to do it at 4-star gold. I was hoping that I could beat it and show it that way, but I'll try again. I think mine. I'll show you what I was working with as we wait for others to come in. I'm actually not hitting the screen. You have her 5-star, not leveled. Okay, so at 5-star, I think we have a better chance of winning with Beth Phoenix. The levels are another thing. I have her 4. As I said, I have her 4 gold, so she needs that 5 bronze move. I think that's like the key. So I was trying to run her like this because until you get that 5-star move, that's what you need. You need the one that decreases that countdown gem, so that way you can use the countdown, use this, blow it all up, and then you have the sub. Right? That's how I would run her at 5 bronze. And I know you have to level this one up quite a bit because the more levels you have, well, what level do you have the military press drop? That's actually probably a kicker with that. So however high you have that is going to determine a lot of things. You have it at 1. Okay, yeah. So when you have it at 1, it only decreases it by 1, right? But when you have it higher than that, it decreases it by more and more. And I forget what it is that it does that. So why don't we actually... let me go to the blog. In the meantime, I want to interact with this page. Okay, so let's see. It decreases it by 5 once you get it up there? Okay. I'm trying to see like how far up we're going to have to get it to make it sort of worthwhile in this one. Okay, so we're going to go Beth, Phoenix, maybe. There we go. Glamazon. Why are you showing all that stuff? Okay, so we want her. I never interact with it. I always interact with this and then on my mobile, so I never actually get to see. So if we actually had her 5 bronze, there's a countdown gems by 5, but I think it goes higher if we bring her higher. So if we brought her silver, it still says, I'm trying to see this on my computer, it still says 5. And if we bring her 5 gold, then it's 6. That does say 6, correct? Yes. Yeah, so I obviously don't want to bring her up that high, right? But bringing her up to 5 gold then means you are able to get that to go off. You know what I mean? You get to have more countdown gems stay on the board in that case. So that's why I think 5 gold it's the key to making it work better. And I think at 6 star, which we obviously don't want to bring her up to, that's where she gets it just immediately destroys it, and then you can start playing around with it. So that's sort of where it goes. Welcome in everybody making their way into class. Hope everyone's having a good night. ASG, welcome on in. We're talking, HBK and I are talking about, he sent me a message earlier in our in the chat that I need to get ready to figure out how to win with Beth Phoenix. And so that's, I guess, number one thing we're going to try to get done today. The next thing we're going to try to do, now that they have all of these events going on right now, so the coin event's working. All right, faction. Right on. How many do we have in here, faction? Just the third one. Okay, I've already collected 2. I've been thinking about it all day. I'm probably going to take Ezekiel up, and I'm going to try him again at 6 star with that new plate. Briefly, I'm not going to do it for hours like I did last night, but just to check it out and see how it goes. So I got a couple of things to do. So we do have a coin event. Good. So I'm not going to waste anything. And then if I bring up a 6 star, then I get all sorts of points for this event and for this event. So that's what changed my mind today, was I'm going to get points here for making a 6 star. Yeah, so making 6 star, including the all of that. So yeah, Santa Hogan also. Only Joan. Hogan you have. Okay. You have this Hogan. Or are you talking about just only the one? Yeah, so one thing I've thought about, like with this MLC, like the last MLC really showed that when you can max out the evolution contests on a weekly basis, you give yourself a much greater chance of getting the MLC done, because it has a bunch of points in here as well too. So actually it tells you right here. I always forget that. So, you know, they're putting in 13,000 every week in here for you to max it out too. So it's always something to think about of completing. So that's what I'm going to do today. I don't have a lot of sound. I'm going to turn it up just a bit. Let me see. You know, let me know if that actually the sound effects come through, if they actually come through for the game. If you can hear like the swiping of screens and stuff like that as it's going. No, I can hear it now on my end. It's just a matter of if it's going through, showing that the desktop audio is working. So we shall see. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is just blow a whole bunch of coin. That's the not too loud. Excellent. Okay, so that's a good volume right now. If it does get too loud, like let me know, and we can always obviously turn that down. So,
You know what?
You just made the list. Oh, no. Jenny 2K12, you just made the list. Welcome on in. Thank you so much for the follow. And as you can see, I fixed the super heart emoji explosion. I couldn't figure out what it was. What's happening, Bills Mafia? How you doing this evening? Welcome on in. Glad that you can make it. We're trying to figure out how to win with Beth Phoenix at 4-star gold, and then I'm going to try to get that for everybody else. And if not, then we're going to have to do some evolves with her. But as you can see, I've tried to do it a couple of times today while my kids weren't peeing on the floor.
The gift of Jericho.
Oh, drink it in, man. Bills Mafia, thank you so much for the subscribe. Really do appreciate having some more subs. Really, really, really awesome of you, man. Dude, thank you. Thank you so much. Acro Triple H, is he good? So, Jenny, the answer is yes and no, and it actually really depends on who you have as your other acrobats. So, I'll tell you what. I'm going to come back to Beth Phoenix in just a second. How high do you have Acro Triple H? Because you're talking about the Masters of the Universe version, right? The Skull King. I'll show you where I have him. I've brought him up to about 5-star silver, and that's where he stayed for me because the game sort of changed. But what's interesting is that 11K so far, and you got him on Friday. Okay. So is he... so I did win that Brutus. It wasn't a YOLO, Bills Mafia. I won that on the DVD stream. He's part of my Bro Mafia. The Bills Mafia is now part of the Bro Mafia. HBK, you kill me, dude. Love it. Yeah, I'll show you my Brutus. I'm gonna put that new plate on him once I'm done with Ezekiel in a few days. When we moved to 5-star gold, he didn't transfer well. But in the meantime, Yadi, that he has, we've had plates come out. So we've had a couple of plates that deal with multiply gems, and that's basically what he does, right? He makes columns into multiply gems, and then you can make those into blue ones. So there's ways that you can make this. Yeah, he's good for stipulation. He's definitely not bad. You're right, ASG. The only other one he got is Eddie and a couple of people. I understand. So if this is your best guy at the moment and you're just starting out and working stuff, then he will get you further, right? But above 5-star silver, it's going to be hard to use him effectively without some good trainers and definitely a skill plate, like the pyro plate. And there's another multiply plate that I can never think of. So I would bring him up to this point, especially, I'm not sure how new your account is, but if you are a newer player, then this is a card that will help you until you get better acrobats. So yes, good to work on until you get to probably about 5-star silver, until you start getting really good plates and other things. So that's what I would suggest. What I can also recommend is, I believe DJ did a 6-star version of him. So you can look up, I know he releases videos of this. Can somebody confirm that I think DJ did take him 6-star? Do you follow DJ Anon ZT? I'll put his name in the chat so you can look him up. Anon ZT. So that would be one person I would definitely check out. Purple Blue, like you saw in the video. Yeah, so you can do that version, or you can do this. This is the version that I use, where I choose blue gems, make the matches to create this, put this column down, and then I choose 4 that that I'm going to destroy. So that's the other way that you can run him. He did do one. Okay, thanks, Bills Mafia, for confirming that. So check out DJ's stream. He'll have how he will look at 6-star, and that will give you. That's what DJ said. Okay, it was a couple Wednesdays back. He can blow it up using 6 multiply gems into blue. Okay, so at 6-star, he was using this move right here, right? The pendulum backbreaker, where you turn multiply gems into blue gems. He was using this one to create column breaks gems to blow up a lot of the board, and then making columns of multiplies, right? Is that the 3 that he was putting together? I would assume, right? You make the columns, you turn them into blues and so forth. So I'm hesitant only because I know that it's for a newer player. I would say it is good, especially if it is your best player, and if he is your best acrobat and you need someone to get up to 6-star to have a 6-star, then he's not terrible, but he will be overmatched in a lot of cases. So he will be used whenever we have Masters of the Universe events. He will be used when Triple H is a requirement, and although we have a lot of Triple H's in the game, if he is your best Triple H, and this goes for anybody, and I've said this before on stream, any character where there is more than one version of that character, then you need to have one of them. And you got Powerhouse Booker. Yeah, Powerhouse Booker T is also another one that probably won't go beyond sort of 5-star silver. But if again, as a newer character, as a newer player in the game, it's going to take some time to build these guys up and to accumulate a lot of really good players. But some of them are bargains and steals, and some of them can work really well, and you can manipulate them with a good strap and medals and stuff like that. But all of that really just comes with time, right? So continue to ask these types of questions and to see how you can make them absolutely better. And I will actually, here's what I will do. I'm going to go onto my server. So I have a server on Discord. I'm not sure if you're on Discord or not, but I'm going to copy the link from my server and I'm going to put it into the chat right here. So anytime that you have a question, Yanni, you do. Okay, so you can put Discord on your phone as well too, or whenever you're on your computer next time, you can add that. So I guess copy and paste it, add it afterwards, and you can join my server. Use your tablet for Twitch and etc. Okay, you can always, if you can write that down or copy it, it'll still work on your phone the next time, for your tablet, whichever device you're going to use, and then you can join in my general chat, and others will be there. HBK, Bills Mafia, ASN, or ASG, sorry, everybody who's in the chat right now basically is on that server, and they will happily help you answer questions about that, and your lineups and stuff like that. So we got a really good group of people starting off in my Discord server as it's growing. So, oh, here comes the raid. And we're all really generally nice people. What's happening, Atkins Steel? Hello. You just made the list. Ali HG, welcome. Thank you for the follow, and welcome in Merrick's. Thank you so much for coming on in. Hope the stream went really well. Bro, what's happening, Evo? How's everyone doing? Hope we're having a good night. Hope Merrick's had a really good stream with all of y'all.
You know what?
Lux, you just made the list. Awesome. Thanks for the follow, and welcome on in, everybody. Welcome on from the raid. We are just talking what we're going to do with this node right here. So we're going to do a little bit of Beth Phoenix. The other thing that we're going to do tonight is I'm going to bring up Ezekiel. For those of you who were with me last night, I took the plate off the power wall, off the prize wall, sorry, the new the Hunter's medallion, and I put it on Ezekiel at 5-star gold, and it was sort of subpar, and I think we need to bring him 6-star to do so. So,
You know what?
M. Jackson,
You just made the
you
list.
just made the list.
Oh, no.
Thank you so much. Appreciate the follow. Yes, I did. I'm going to take him 6-star tonight, and I'm going to put this Hunter's medallion. The Hunter medallion's already on him, but I'm going to use it. MJ is good. Right on. Thank you. Thank you for the follow, and welcome on in everybody who came in with the raid. Appreciate y'all coming into class tonight. And definitely always a big appreciation for Merrick's, who's given me not only a bunch of great advice, but has always been willing to answer my questions and help me out with putting the stream and just general questions about the game and other things. So y'all know Merrick's is a really awesome person, but I just want you to know that Merrick's is awesome. So you have dinner and stuff. You expect the Cliff Notes. All right, well, I'm definitely going to be making a video, Merrick's, so don't worry. I will be sure to tell you about it later this evening. And again, I really do appreciate you for what you do. So thank you again for being really awesome to the professor. So you want the link? Yeah, the link will be posted. It'll be up tomorrow. We'll see what we can do with it. Yeah, really do appreciate it. So we're going to do a little bit of Beth Phoenix for a second, and then we'll circle back to doing some Ezekiel with the new plate. I appreciate it. You know, I'm trying my best. So, for the event, how do I run Hollywood, as in Hollywood Hogan? Hollywood Hogan is unfortunately someone that I don't have ASG. Hollywood Hogan is someone that everybody should bring up, even if you aren't actually going to use him as a character, just for his coaching ability itself. Hollywood Hogan needs to be taken up. He's, I believe it's, asking someone is fully true. Yeah, Yanni, it's not that Motu Triple H is terrible and that he's really bad. It's just that the game has moved to a different level, right? So,
You know what?
oh, you just made the list. Homeless dude, how you doing? Thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate that. And that's what it was. I was trying to think of what Hollywood's was, if it was +2 or +3, but Hollywood's a coach that brings +2 on any match. So he's huge in boss battle, especially. You're absolutely correct, Merrick's. So anytime that you have someone who can add +2 to a match,
You know
that
what?
is absolutely huge.
You just made the
AK6,
list.
you just made the list. Sap Daddy, you're correct. It's at 26K, which is why I said you have to bring him up as high as he possibly goes for that coaching ability. So you're going to have to bring Hollywood up to 6-star to get that ability, 100%. Also, welcome in, Sap Daddy. Welcome in. Good to see you again. So 100%, 100% take up Hollywood Hogan, even if you never use him. That being said, Hollywood Hogan with gears is also really good at 6-star. So I would highly recommend
You
it.
know what?
You just made the list.
Oh, no.
B-Rock Junior Gaming. Welcome on in. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Very much so. So here's what I've been thinking with Beth Phoenix, and I only have her at 6K, so I'm going to bring her up as much as I possibly can. I appreciate it. I am 100% a scruff streamer. I am, and anybody who's watched me so far knows that I am very much learning as we go. And I'm struggling on some nights, but I have managed to no longer drop frames. My sound works, and the video comes through. So I think... I think I'm doing something okay. Well, well, thank you very much. I appreciate being here. Put Cactus Jack instead of Hardy. Okay. You're talking about this Hardy right here that makes crossbreak gems? Or are you talking about this Hardy here that makes multiply gems? Yeah, Jenny, learning is half the battle. Lux, do you mean which Hardy? I got two Hardys. Which Hardy am I getting rid of instead of Jeff? All right. So we'll take out Jeff, and we'll put in the Cactus Jack. We'll make a difference with this. Let's see what we can do, and then I'll level him up. I'll level her up because I couldn't. And then I do have Zombie Cena on there already, I believe. The couple of times that I tried this while my kids were running around and peeing on the floor made it for an incredibly fun afternoon. Let me tell you. Today was a regression type of day when it came to being potty trained. So, but it is what it is. All right, let's put some coin into her. We're gonna do it for the stream, y'all. I'm gonna put in, what's that say, 30? Yeah, we're gonna put in the 30 million. Crossbreak generation and break will even out. Okay, sounds good. Were you able to beat it, Lux, at 4-star gold? Level her up all the way that way. Oh, I might not even be able to take her up 5-star bronze. I'm not sure I actually have any more of those lying around. I don't plan to ever take her up any further than this, so I'm not going to waste any of that stuff. Wrong guy, wrong Foley. Did I put the wrong Foley on? Oh, I put on the wrong one. Okay. What's up, M-Dog? I chose the wrong Foley. I'm sorry. I was talking too much, as I tend to do. Thank you for pointing that out. I put on Dude Love when I was supposed to put on Cactus Jack. That was the wrong Foley. Thank you, y'all. It does happen. I end up talking. As I said, I'm an old man working in a young man's world. I'm an old man trying to do things. Some days there's the wrong one again. So I get the stream working, and then the brain stops, and then I got talking about my kids, and here we are again. All right, we'll get there. Do I not have? What's happening here? Did I pass him? Yes, I'm using Matt. Oh, did my game just freeze? My game just froze. Am I still on there for everybody else? Can you see what's happening? Looks like. Am I as old as you? Some days I feel it with twins. This game just completely froze on me. All right. Stand by, y'all. So Lux, I'm using Matt instead of Steel because of the in destroy gems. Okay, I went to generate gems. That's probably why. But now I can't actually do anything, and it's completely frozen. All right, are we still online? Here we go. Let's try this again. Microsoft Windows is not responding. I definitely don't want to cancel Microsoft Windows. I just want to cancel this one. There we go. No, I don't want to do that. I want to cancel. There we go. Close BlueStacks. All right. All right, everyone. Thank you for your patience as everything just decides to break in my world. So we'll have to reload BlueStacks. You're older than me. You know, some days, I'm pretty sure that some, if not most of y'all, will be older than I am. But there are some days when I'm like, you know what, having twins in my 40s was an interesting choice. I'm not sure how great it all became in the end, but here we are. Definitely feel older. My brain is definitely a lot more mush. So, anyways, that's just me rambling through a whole bunch of stuff as my game crashed. You know what? I tell people all the time, right? Like, just because I got a PhD, it only means that I'm smarter in one field, in one thing, right? So, that's about it, right? So, if you want to talk history, that's my specialty. That's my bread and butter. That's where I know I'm smarter than most, if not all. But outside of that, I defer to others. Yeah, like, let's just punch this computer. For sure. Definitely a brave soul. Let's see if we can get this going up again. All right. Sound's working. Video's now working. Excellent. Is it working for everybody? Can everybody see this? Okay. I appreciate that. All right. It's working. Okay, good. All right. This time we'll actually find the real Cactus Jack. Oh, gosh, you know what? I hear you, B-Rock. Like, it's fun. My mother-in-law comes once a week to help take care of the twins. And she's just, she's like, I don't know how y'all do it. I don't know how y'all have the energy. It's incredible. Have I listened to hardcore history, like hardcore wrestling history, or like what kind of hardcore history, ASG? It depends. I haven't heard a lot of things lately. I'm stuck in the world of Coco Melon and the Wiggles at the moment. If we're being if we're being sincere about all of this, there we go. Moves that destroy, and then I have another one. Okay. No, like the podcast. No, I actually haven't heard that podcast, The Hardcore History. As a history professor myself, I tend to old school Wiggles with Jeff. Yeah, you know what? My girls get both of them on the YouTubes right now. B-Rock, so they get some old school songs, they get new school songs. They love all that stuff. All right, let's. Is my cactus not 9K? I'm talking to Wiggles when we are not. Oh, you know what? I think he actually is. I think I might have played him and moved stuff around. But if not, or he has not been. Okay. Yeah, sad face. Ah, that's why. Okay. So let's do some maths. And now we got a 9K Cactus Jack. Yeah, I'm an actual professor. Like with an actual PhD teaching actual history to actual college age people, and then I come home and I have toddlers running around peeing on the floor. So so we got it all going on at my house. Let's bring some of these tokens in just to make life easier. I love making, and I will bring stuff to bring this down. So yeah, thank you. I can tell you that between the two, the PhD and the 7 years of grad school was not as hard. Like writing a dissertation that was 350 pages or so, all the interviews and the other stuff that I did for it, nothing is hard. Yeah, good job, Johnny. Where'd you go? Let's get out of this for a second, and we will slow that down just... Whoa. Can I bring it up? There we go. We'll bring it up just a bit. Oh, that's loud. I apologize for that. We tried to turn up the volume just to give it a little bit of flair, and now I've broken everything again. So if I'm understanding this correctly, because I don't use her, you got it done. That's what matters. We're going to put the subs down. We're going to create the multiply gems. We want to make sure we put them on black and green, and then we can blow up the board, hopefully hitting as many as possible. It isn't the pause button, is it? It is. All right, let's turn that down. Thank you. Again, technologically inept in some ways. Oh, jeez. Let's turn down my desktop audio. Maybe that's the kicker. Let's see if that works. Okay, hopefully this doesn't freeze you out again. Was that better, or is that even worse? I feel like this is worse. I think I'm just gonna turn it off altogether. Oh, it was perfect? Okay. So it was perfect. Okay. On my end it sounded a little bit crazy. We'll leave it there. If it does get crazy again, absolutely let me know. Okay, so we want to make sure that we keep these on the board. That's gonna that was better. Okay, good. Yeah, that was actually really loud for me as well too. It took me by surprise. Yeah, when I tried this earlier, I only had like 100k health at six star, and so one cascade and I was basically dead. And so I was trying a few things just to see how we could make this work. ASG. That there are some days where that's the case, right? Like seriously. So now we're going to choose 5 to destroy. We're going to try to get... we only need to destroy 3 because that'll blow up the rest of them. Blow up the majority of the board. And that's going to give us a nice big cascade and 400 some odd K. That's not bad at all. Oh, I didn't show the strap for those that had come in with the raid. Right now I have 1 set of Fury 2s in a flat green gem damage, or green move damage metal on. So 40% gem damage. No Titan. I'm not using the blast gem build for her, so I didn't, because I'm not using at 4-star. I'm not using the countdown gems that make the blast gems, so I didn't see a reason to throw that on. So yeah, that's basically what we're doing with this right now. Once this match is over, someone do remind me to. I have a Discord server that's been created recently, and I'm starting to grow it. So remind me once this match is over, and I'll put the link in there so you can connect with the professor when all is said and done here outside of class. Lux, I'm in the Haven, and I've been part of that family for a long time, and I've been quite happy to sit in the lower parts of the faction family. But that is my link tree. So in that link tree, we'll have my YouTube. It'll have my Twitter, Facebook. It'll have all that stuff in there as well too, so that you can get in touch with. But about 6.5, 7 months ago, I had a falling out with the game where I was like, I think I'm done. I think, oh, awesome. Thank you so much, Lux. That I thought I was just like, I think I'm done with this game. I don't want to do it anymore. I'm mad at everything within it and so forth. Yeah, I think we've all sort of reached that point in the game. And my wife convinced me just to, just stick it out for a little bit more, play some more of the game, and see what you think, right? Like, if and so that's when I started, okay, well, I'll start making some videos. Some members of my faction have questions of certain people, and I started making those, and I made a run to actually get into the highest part of the faction. And sort of the rest is history from there. I've gotten some really good feedback with making content, of doing the videos. Apparently I have a smooth jazz voice, so if you just want to log in when I'm online on Sundays, Mondays, and Wednesdays, just to help you get to sleep, I totally understand, and you're welcome. But I've actually really enjoyed not only making the videos, but I'm actually enjoying the streaming part too. It actually brings some sanity to my day after the craziness that is both the life of a college professor and having kids. I'm not sure we need to, but I'm going to do this. Always better than Ron. 1, 2, we'll take the red because that's her gem. This is going to cascade us into a pin, or we can actually blow up just a row. And there you go. We'll just try to take some extra gem damage. Hopefully just keep her off the board for a little bit longer. This will help us reload those. It's not going to help us reload the green. I'm a little bit impatient with it, but yeah, you know what? There's absolutely a great community that have been out there. As I said, Merrick's has been really good to help me, and also Goldie has been really good as well. Northern Mouth, what's up? My wife has actually, she's amazing. Mrs. Professor, who also has a PhD, who is also a professor herself. So doctor, other doctor professor. She understood, I think, what the game means to me as an escape, as a way to something to enjoy, right? It's like I enjoy wrestling in its own right, and playing the game was another way to enjoy wrestling. And I think that Professor Lord, Twitch gave you an ad. Oh yeah, Twitch is going to do that. I apologize for the ad. But she basically just said look, if you enjoy the game, then keep playing the game. Spend some money. Nice, B-Rock. she is a jewel. She is a gem, and the one that I will keep, because she's very supportive in all the things that I do. And she understood how much I like playing this game, the dedication that I put to the game. And she just said what do you need in order to play this game at a level that you'll enjoy? And so PhD and dad jokes, I like that. And so she basically just said look, if this is what you want to do, then why don't you start spending some money as well too? Because I was free to play for the most part, spending here and there, but she said, all right, why don't you spend a little bit of money each week, and that's turned into $20 a week. And you know what, if you find yourself you still don't like the game, you're not getting anywhere that you want to be in the game, then you quit and you walk away giving it your best shot, and you had a good time with it. And it was really from that point on where it made a huge difference, right? There's a good cascade. So yeah, she is 100% a rare find. She is amazing. She is so smart. And I am fearful because obviously I have twins who have 2 PhDs for parents. So they're either going to be very smart, or they're just going to be like Pinky and the Brain, and they're just going to try to take over the world. And they could be diabolical. So I'm not sure if I have geniuses or evil geniuses, is what I'm trying to say. But it's going to be deadly, the two of them. But I think I understand how this game, maybe both, right? They could be both. This game takes a lot out of all of us, and after a while it sort of grinds on you, especially when you feel like the game isn't treating you well. The game, should be, I should be getting more out of it, and you start to get into a really downward spiral, right? Scopely is doing all of these things, right? They might be Cain and Abel. I hope not evil. I hope, but you never know, right? You never know how they might be the best of friends and the worst of enemies at the same time. So, one thing that you get into the cynicism really easily with this game, and you can just get into the game and Scopely as a company, they're terrible, they're this, and once you get into that spiral, and you can really just take all the fun out of this game, right? And I think that's one of the things. Yeah, you're never going to get who you want when it comes to pulls, Johnny. That's for sure. But after that talk with my wife, where she said, "Look, just play the game as if you're having fun with it, and spend the money as if you're never going to get it back, and you're not going to get anything worthwhile from it. You're going to just use it as gambling, and just instead of going to a movie, you're playing the game, right? That's just money that you're going to spend and you're going to have fun with, and." Just enjoy the game for what it is. It's a game, and it's a community. You've made friends with it, and roll with it from there. And I think once you change your mindset about what the game is and get away from what you want it to be, then I think the game takes a much different place, right? I think you actually can enjoy the game in a different way. And so that's my advice to everybody as well too, right? In the end, it is a game, but it's entertainment, and some entertainment you pay for and some you pay a lot for. But that's what brought me into doing this, very much so. So that sort of, you need to really decide what you want from this game. Do you actually want to enjoy the game and play the game, or do you, oh, dang, that's going to be close. I do have a 4-star match there. Ooh, that's going to be close. Okay, so one of the reasons why I bring this prop with me into battles is the ability to use it during pins when you don't want to lose. So I'm going to take those two, and that's going to break that, and I'm going to take that one there. And that's going to kick me out. So a nice trick for those of you that have said one, that would be something that I would use it 4 when you are about to die. Although the next time she hits a huge cascade, I'm probably going to die as well too. So, yeah, sorry to bore you all with all that kind of stuff, but yeah, if I can understand that because this game takes up so much of our time and so much of our energy that we, could have partners that aren't very happy with all the time that we spend doing this, right? So that's why I've always tried to be as transparent with her as possible. And there you go. So okay, so that was worth the extra prop in order to get it done. So, and I did create stuff. So when you type prop into the chat, I'm trying to do things. Does it win? Yeah, so it's a nice little win. I was supposed to put something up. I guess I didn't do it correctly. So that's how you can do it. Thanks, Buzz Mafia. And thank you for everybody for the suggestions. I really appreciate it, especially Lux. Thank you, Lux, for being so patient with me as I'm trying to welcome everybody in and do all this kind of stuff there. So there's how we can beat it out with a Beth Phoenix and make it work for us. So I'll show the build one more time for those who might not have seen it, for those who didn't get a chance to to get it done. Yeah, that was good. So a fully leveled 4-star gold. I didn't level up the green moves, which I probably should have, but that's too late now. I didn't do that. Oh no, Eagles, you missed it. Oh no. So this is the you got to run to cook some dinner. All right. Well, thanks for stopping by, Bills Mafia. Thanks again for the sub. And yeah, as usual, I post the stream on YouTube the next day. And you can always come back on Twitch. It's always posted on my page on Twitch. Usually like 30 minutes after it's done, you can watch it again. If you came in late, and you were cooking dinner, and Bill's Mafia has gone out to make the dinner. So Eagles, if you have Beth Phoenix at 4-star gold, this would be the move set to run. If you have her at 5-star bronze, others have told me that the military press drop, which decreases the countdown gems, could decrease this, make all sorts of random blast gems, and if you put a Titan plate on there, along with the sub, that could do pretty awesome. Beth isn't the CSS for the weekly tour. You have 5 bronze. Okay, so you basically have 2 ways to do this. I'll check that out in a second, ASG. Thanks for pointing that out. I haven't checked yet. Learn it and chill. Yeah, that's especially how you're supposed to do, Johnny. Just chill with it. 6-star tech lead. Yeah, laugh at it now, everybody. Laugh at me now. Nice, Eagles. So you can run it with the double green and the black sub, or you can run it with the countdown gem at 5 bronze. This decreases it by 5, I think, so you would have 2 turns in order to do it. But I like that. Laugh at me now. Who's laughing now with my tech leader? The entourage for this, Eagles, and thanks to Lux again for this, was putting on the cactus, which is going to generate and destroy more crossbreak gems. We want to get more damage, so we put on Matt for the strength +2, Zombie Cena for extra damage and more crossbreak, and then Hogan for the more damage itself. And the strap that I just did that with, this is a strap that I have on her. This so I have a Fury 2 set, so 40%, and this gem, this one right here is just a flat green move damage, an extra Fury one I had lying around, and I would have actually changed it to something more if I had something more. And this shows you how long I've actually had her with this strap on her. It's a 3% move damage metal, which is one that I would actually never, ever keep at this point, considering how bad that it is. Okay, so ASG talked about go back to the events. Nope, that's not you. We want CSS. So as you can see, between streaming and all the other and all the potty training last week, I haven't done this WrestleMania tour. I did the one that was finished Friday, but not the other the other one. So is this any Lita, or is it just the tech one? Because the picture right there is the showboat. So the contest one is the showboat. It's any Lita. Okay. So who do I have available? Okay, so this space I can use anybody, but any Lita will actually do that. I have the tech Lita. I don't understand why that doesn't come up there. I guess they assumed that I would never. Even the Hall of Fame does. Okay, so that's strange. The Hall of Fame one I don't have, but I think that's strange that when I click contest, it only gives me the one option to do this. I do have her still. Did they take her off my roster? That is weird. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, that's right. She's right there. The contest is just the showboat. Oh, but any Lita could do it? Is that how it is on Hell? Is it the contest? Okay, so it is only that superstar that does the contest for this one. It might be Tomorrow's that has the other one. Am I missing something with Lita? Is she over here? ASG, are you still... Which one are you talking about? This one's Ruthless Aggression, so this one is going to be easier. We will not use you. So for the second note, if all you have is Beth Phoenix, then that's who you would use. If you have Molly, then I would suggest Molly over Beth. And if you have Super Stacy, I would suggest Super Stacy over Molly and Beth. And if you have Trish, I would probably put Trish between Molly and Beth Phoenix. Molly will be easy to do this with. And if I had a strap on her, which I don't think I've actually ever gotten a strap that I can put on her, which is why she still does not have a strap. I don't think I actually have one that will work. I do have one that, my general Rainmaker plate is the only one that I have that would work on her. But she is actually a really interesting character because we had talked yesterday on the stream about using the new Hunter's Medallion plate on her. And I think it would work pretty well. Usually Glamazon and Lita would be for the permanent weekly one. Yeah, that is true, right? The backstage character usually is the CSS for the weekly. So yeah, it's interesting that they've sort of switched it up there. Yeah, I'm not sure why they would have done that, but as always, they keep us on our toes and move stuff around. So I appreciate them allowing me to use Lita Showboat for this one. I think that's always nice. Thanks for that. Appreciate it, Scopes. What was I saying? Hunter's Medallion. That's what I was saying. So the Hunter's Medallion. So basically, this sub makes yellow. This sub makes green. So with this green one, you just make a match of at least 4. You're going to have to make more to reload this one. But once you do that, then the yellow gems that you're going to create with the green sub are just they're going to hit harder. And because you're only using the sub after sub after sub, the yellow gems eventually, every second sub, are going to continue to stack. Now, does that make her playable? Does it make her faster? It makes her faster, especially if you have her gear, which I do not, which adds, I think, 250 sub damage for each sub. So, but even without all of that, she should easily clear this node right here because she has a heal move in case we ever get pinned. So there's that to it. But what I wanted to do next, if y'all are cool with that or interested in seeing it, is that I actually wanted to take Ezekiel up and play that plate with him again at 6 stars, since they're giving out all sorts of points for maxing out and putting up 6 stars. So for those that weren't here yesterday or are interested, I did put the Hunter's Medallion. That's what I took off the prize wall. And you don't tend to pin very much with him. Oh, drink it in. Drink it in. Thank you so much, B Rock. I really appreciate the subscribe. You just made the list. MGL Tasty. Thank you so much for following as well. Awesome job, everyone. Thank you so much. I appreciate all the love. with the ultimate belt, I did put the green on here, but we don't end up pinning that very often with him, which is the other thing that we found out last night. But I did move around the B-Rock. Thank you so much. But I wouldn't say that he's anything but that. He's been more than helpful than anything tonight, trying to get this all done. Challenge week 2 hell is any Lita. Okay, thanks Eagles for confirming that. No more heart spam. Yeah, Johnny. I like Googled it. I was like, what's going on? Why is this happening? And so I figured out exactly why it was happening. So now you can actually like see all the pictures and the things like that. So like when the cheers come out, if anyone does a cheer with bits and stuff like that, you have all 3 at 6. So yeah, you're good, Eagles. You've got your Lita down pat. That's pretty awesome. Also a big thank you to B-Rock for being awesome. He's one of yours. Okay, I won't I won't go too heavy into that. I figured you all knew each other. I could go into sort of how to play Lita, but I'm not sure mine being as low as she is going to do much good within that. You got the new Andre? Oh, dude, I am so jealous. I can't tell you. So jealous. I have about 100% extra. It's getting salty in the chat. So I have about 100% gem bonus damage. And for those that did not know how this works, whenever you break 4 or more green gems, the yellow gems are going to go up by 100%. So we're trying to make Ezekiel great, and I'm not sure how we're going to do it, but with all the new contests that have opened up today, we're just going to max everything out. 60% gem damage strap for Andre. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I'm very jealous. So I'm going to put a whole bunch of purple TP into this, and we're going to do this for the stream. We're going to do this for the fans, and hopefully this doesn't come back to hurt me. You know what? From what I've seen, the drip plate makes him absolutely scary, but it's not absolutely necessary. Obviously, it makes him faster, but like he just looks nasty in so many ways, right? So nothing to do on champs today. Well, what's going to happen then? Okay, so we are going to convert. We're going to put this up. Max it. And we're doing this for the stream. On Hall of Fame Sean in the same pull. Wow, MJ, that is incredible. Wow. I am so jealous. Yeah, again, as I've said multiple times, and for those that know, like, I'm doing a lot of this, not only for the stream, but if I waste my, some of my resources doing it so you don't have to, then, it makes my stream more worthwhile, right? You'll come back knowing that, like, hey, you know what, Professor, what about this? And I'll try to help out and make things work as I can. Then, it might save you, or, you might learn something. You might be like, hey, Ezekiel actually could work with this plate, and I'm going to use him for that, right? So that's it, right? That's why time to switch to free to play. Yeah. You know what? After that $100, I would not blame you at all. So our leech gems are going to go to 2,500. What are they? 250,000 as opposed to that. So we're going to get 18,000 more per leech gem if we build that up.
You know what? You just made the list.
Citizen Zach, you just made the list. Thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate that. We're still going to choose 8 gems there, so that's not going to change. What does our sub change that much? To 204 and 10 gems. It's still 10 gems, so it's just more damage there. Okay. So the one thing that I was wondering was that this drift away is going to make him really good in terms of at least boss battle for immobile gems, right? Because when you max this out, each immobile gem is going to do 200. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, B-Rock. Thank you again for the sub, and absolutely come back to class. We'll see you. Today is Monday, so I'll be back on Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern time, and then Sunday. That's the usual professor schedule. So we'll definitely catch up again on all of this. So, and check out the video afterwards. We're gonna make a video of Ezekiel just to see how he does. But appreciate you coming in. So have a good night, day, wherever you are in the world with this. So Ezekiel with a boss battle, you're going to get, and so if like, say it's 20 or 2,000% or 8,000% or 6,000 for immobile gems, Ezekiel is just going to kill it. Not able to do the Hulkamania tour. Okay, that might be worth looking into for a second. I'm going to try this one with that new plate and see if that makes him even more difficult to go through. But you're talking about the Hulkamania tour. We'll come back to that. WrestleMania goes Hollywood. No, you're talking about this one right here. The Hollywood Mania. Which tour can you not do? Eagles down. You also said something before all this came through of not having everything. One green move. Oh, wow. Which one's not working? This one. Okay, so it's this tour. Can we actually? The Rock. I only have one Hogan. This is the one that's not working. It's working on normal for me, it looks like, unless it crashes. You were able to do normal. Okay. So there's no need. I'll come back and beat this afterwards. You didn't try the other two. Okay. I'll go try hard and see if that... Yeah, I only have a 4-star... I think mine's 4-star gold, so my Santa. So, yeah, it's 4 gold. Okay, oh, I was on hard. Okay, so hard worked for me. Good luck trying to beat it. Yeah, that's the case. Are you going to work as well, too? Yeah, I learned my lesson that this, once he becomes 17K, your possibilities for feud change, right? There's so many characters that become turn 1 with 1 MP trainer instead of 2. That opens up so much more damage possibilities. You had a server error message. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Okay, yeah. Hey, Xander, what's going on? The CSS not working. Beat normal, but that's going to be about it. Okay, so this seems to be working. Yeah, drink. 100%. And so that's one of the things that I'm hoping when July comes through, that I can get him up to 17K, because that will be a huge game changer. And I guess, one of the good things, I guess, of me not having that is that when y'all come in here to watch me do streams, if you don't have a Santa K up that high as well too, you're going to get a sense of what you can do without not having it that high. So that sucks, Eagle. So you're going to have to wait to get that all done, it looks like, right? It worked for you for Powerhouse. Yeah, the Powerhouse is the CSS, which I don't have. And it really makes me sad, because growing up and as a kid, Hulk Hogan was like my favorite wrestler in everything. He was just my favorite wrestler growing up. A lot can be said about what's happened to him since, but growing up, it's working out. Okay, good. Growing up, he was my favorite, and I can't get one of him for the life of me in this game beyond the Santa one that they gave out, and that one I can't even evolve to do anymore. The challenge tour changed, so we're going to have to try to find a 6-star. So actually, you're not going to work on there, and you're not going to work on there. Shoot, are we not going to get... We are not going to have a 6-star to work with. Tiger King, what's up? Thank you for coming on in. That Discord, that was the one that I forgot. I forgot to post the Discord link. That one doesn't work anymore. I forgot to change it before the stream started. If you want to join my Discord, if you want to join the community that I've created for the game as well, open to any faction as long as you're not a jerk, as long as you don't come in there just to troll people and be just a complete bully. You're more than welcome to come on in and join. You can ask me questions. You can post your roster. You can get any sort of help or anything that you need in between streams and stuff as well. So that's another way to reach me. So click on in and come on over. So that would be cool. Well, that's good to know, MGL, because like I'm not a huge spender, but even still, like there's a lot of people who they've made Hogan's very difficult to get just in general for some of us. But for the majority of the people who get a Hogan seem to be like, they just get every one of them, right? There's just somebody around that has that. The most people setups. That's interesting, ASG. I wonder how you're using it. Tech Riddle. Okay. You're getting the resources for the Tech Riddle. The King of Kings Pass is good stuff. I like the King of Kings Pass, right? DJ feels my pain. Yes, he does. I think DJ and I share a lot in that. Like, I don't have Memrock. He doesn't have Memrock. We actually have very similar characters that we don't have of each other. So we share similar pain in that regard. So we can commiserate over that. But that being said, I haven't opened that up yet. Okay, so it looks like we're going to the tours to play with a little bit. It's too bad I don't have any 6-stars that I can actually go against. That stinks. Let's see. I think you kind of have to at that point, right? You kind of have to go like Bam Bam is the best one ever because I am not in his Fire Pro Wrestling yet, to be exact. I'm interested, MJ, to learn more about the Fire Pro Wrestling and what that's all about. Take KO or take Otis with the Titan Plate. So if this boss battle has shown you anything, is that KO, when it's on Trap Gems, KO is still the king, and he is usable in all other formats of the boss battle. He is always going to be hit or miss, and you can hit for 3 million or you can hit for 70 or 80 million. KO at 5-star gold is strong enough to defeat 6 stars, MGL, so it's not necessary to take him up. Otis with a Titan Plate at 6-star is good stuff, and I'm not sure how hard he hits at 6-star. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I know that with the Titan Plate he can do some serious damage and is good. So like that's a hard decision. That's actually a really good question. Right when I started talking. Okay. Let me just say, message when you're back at MG. There we go. There we go. Dang ads, I know. Dang ads. They're always in the way of coming to this. Ads over. Okay, well that was a quick ad. I like that. That's even better. KO. Otis is good at 6-star. He's good with a Titan Plate. I forget how much he hits by, so somebody in the chat can help out with that. And this is actually a good question for those in the chat. Who would you take? Would you take KO? Would you take Otis with the Titan Plate? Who would be your preferred way to going? I would lean KO because I actually find that he's just really good, and there's a lot of times when you just need somebody to win, and he can do that. Again, he's hit and miss, and I think both are good at 6-star, so I don't think you can make a wrong choice there. But I think like in terms of damage and other things, you don't see him a lot at 6-star because of so many other people having KO or Seth or Zombie Ray or Anvil, or I mean, there's so many great powerhouses at 6-star. So that's one of the things that you have to worry through. All right, do I have the entourage set up as well I want to? Okay, so this is the entourage I ran with him last night, and this is the problem of not having Santa Hogan at at 17k. Means in a feud I would have to start with 2 MP trainers, I believe, because it's 6 and 7. Yes, right. So I would get 4, 1 for my move, 1 from the perk. So this move would not go off on turn 1 unless I had Santa Hogan. Then both of these would go off, and then I can play with the sub and move that way. So let's run it one way without it, one way with it, and see what we get. And see how well we do. See how well we can hit that sort of second time through. The problem is not having a 6-star on the tour right now is going to make this... Yeah, he is really good. It feels like an underdog. He's a free card, right? So another free card that you can work with for sure. So because I'm going to be making greens and then these are going to be making yellows, that's how the plate's going to go off. So I can actually drop this for damage. He has 5 million health. I'm gonna save it because we want to try to see how many times we can stack this. Stop moving Hardy around everyone. Okay, yeah, I can understand that. The standard and your setup for it. Okay, cool. So like yeah, okay. I'll check it out after this ASG, and I'll talk about it on stream. Just remind me once this match is over, in case I forget. So what you're going to want to do is load up the green, and you're usually going to need 2 matches with which to do that. We'll live life dangerously. No, we don't need. There's no need to live life dangerously in the game right now. We'll put those there, and then what I usually like to do is to create rows with which to then break more greens afterwards. So there's the 2 that we would need to get that going, and so once you break 4 green gems, now our yellow gems are actually hitting harder. So now our yellow gems, if you remember from last night's stream, my yellow gems after that first time through were hitting for 20,000. So now they've already doubled being at 6-star, and I haven't changed any of the setup. And then once we put this down here, so we're going to choose 10 gems to make into the yellow sub, and this is the reason why I put this row here, is that this will create another cascade breaking 4 or 5, depending on how we run this, green gems, and that's going to add another stack of the Hunter's Medallion. Fury 2's on Otis, 20% gem damage, 300% damage. Yeah, you can make a ton of damage, MGL, for sure. And then we're going to get stack damage. Yeah, we got stack damage last night. It's going to continue to stack that way. H, how's it going? H. Watley. Back in. Evening to you as well. We're trying out, if you're just coming on in, we're trying out Ezekiel again. I did make him 6-star. I YOLO'd him right now. Spent almost all of my purple TP for the stream to get a sense of what he can do. So what we want to do is we want to try to make as much damage as we can because the yellows are stacked. It's Showboat. Okay. So this is the 2... the rows that we're going to make. That's going to create this cascade of the 5 match of greens. That's going to stack it one more time. We're going to want to try to keep as many yellows on the board as we can. We'll take that and we'll do that. We'll do that. And we'll put one more. Actually, we don't want to put one there. That's actually going to create a line break. We don't want to do that at all. So we're going to put those up there. And one more. We'll put one right there. And so these are going to turn into immobile gems when everything's done, for those that don't know or don't remember. Was that just me, or did no damage go off of Hollywood with all the stuff that I dropped down? He has no medals or no other things on him. How did no damage go off? Is interesting. Let's look at that again. Okay, so then if you run it that way, all 3 should be loaded once you've completed. We're going to turn whatever immobiles are left, and these are now going to do health steal. It did not say. What is the health steal? 238 that we're going to leech from him. We're going to put green gems down again so we can create rows. That's probably the easiest place to do it. We've already got a row set up. Okay. Let's watch this again. Let's see if we actually make any damage, because if we don't, then this is all a terrible waste of time. We'll put that one there. We'll put one up here. We'll put one up there. We'll bust the row as we're at it. Does this do any damage whatsoever, or are we just wasting our time and spinning our heels? Wow, so that did no damage. So using all of these yellow gems, maybe that was the issue we were having last night. I didn't check that last night. I thought we were actually doing damage in the sub by putting all those gems down. Is this just a Santa Hogan thing? Am I hallucinating this, or is everybody else seeing that? That he's not taking any damage from that. You see it as well too. Okay, so I'm not hallucinating this, right? This is actually happening. That'll make a 4 row when I break it. We'll make another one just in case. Okay, so the yellow gems have been stacked again. So now we're at 63. And maybe this is the reason. I'm going to check it after this one just to be sure. So we're going to break this. That's going to create the 4 match. Let's do some more damage there. And then let's save these for the next round of things. No, that time it worked. It's just not showing it. There's a glitch there. But that took off 2 million health. So that worked. Okay. So I wasn't hallucinating anything. So it did stack from the sub as well too, which I just checked. I think the issue is just the yellow gem damage just isn't high to begin with. And that makes it difficult. All right. We can end this. I think we've seen what happens to it. So this is definitely going to go faster. It's too bad we don't have a 6-star to actually... Oh, I didn't... we could actually... Almost did not end my turn. So I think we're going to see... it's going to hit for twice as hard. So instead of hitting for like 1 million each sub-round last turn... yeah, MJ, I appreciate that. I think that's what we all bring to the table is... the different content creators, and I'm not a content creator yet, and the hope is one day maybe I will be, if Scopely ever wants me to. My phone's ready. Give me a call. Is that we all bring something different, and we all see sort of different ways to play the game, different strategies on how to lay down gems and things. So I really enjoy watching other people's content as well too. So I like hitting on other people's streams to sort of see what's happening out there as well. So I'm glad you're enjoying. So yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate all the support for sure. And I'm glad that the community so far and the love that I've got from the community so far and for the videos and everything else has wowed me. I've never thought that any videos that I would do for this stuff would be as appreciated as they've been so far. So let's take this up. What's that? That's level 15. We might as well YOLO it through. We'll have all of them at 16, not fully maxed out. Basically maxing out the TP competition before the week's even started. So this move is going to do 211,000 bonus damage for every immobile gem. So rather than turn them into leech gems, we're just going to do straight damage. We're not going to heal ourselves, and we might be working. So I think this is sort of like a double. Oh, thank you, Drink. And I really appreciate that, right? So I am technically, you're right, I am technically a content creator. I am creating content, although not officially affiliated with Scopely. you're right. I do have a value, and I can see that with as many people that are on the stream right now, watching me. For those that have been subbing, the followers, and the subscriptions on, excuse me, the subscribes on YouTube and stuff like that. So I appreciate that. I like to think that what I'm doing has some value, and y'all are validating that. So much love. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Let's try this with like a Santa Hogan build. So we would just have the 1 MP trainer. We wouldn't have... we're not going to use a leech gem damage, so he's not necessary here. So let's actually put Santa Hogan on. I think I had Santa Hogan on before. So with perks right now in the tours, I'm going to be turn 1 on this anyways. I think the problem is that immobile gem damage, I don't have a lot of people that's still doing this. Thanks, Jenny. I appreciate that. Do I have... Who's immobile gem damage? You're immobile gem damage. You might be the only one that I have. Immobile gems do more. I feel like there's an immobile gem damage person that I'm missing that does like 100%, and I don't think I actually have them. Project gems, purple gems, countdown gems. We're coming through all of these things. Blast, columns, blast, reinforce, project watch, and leech gem. So it must be a coach then that I don't have. That's gem damage. I think it's actually Hogan, right? It is Hogan. Powerhouse Hogan, and IOW Eddie as coaches. Yeah, so I don't have, or sorry, LWO, not IOW, IWO. So I don't have either of these guys. And so that would make a huge difference. You'd have to, I think, run Santa Hogan. So you'd run, I think double Hogans is what you would run. Or if you don't have Powerhouse Hogan, you can run Eddie with this. But 100% more damage for immobile gems. So then your immobile gem damage would be doing upwards of 500,000 per one that you left on the board. So that would definitely change the way you would run the sub. You would then buff up all the yellow gem and the yellow gem damage as well too. So I can see that being a way to do that. What is my star fill? How much does that bring yellow gem damage? That brings another 1,000 right there. But I have a few techs, including Z-Dom, that I want to bring up with that. So I'm not going to do that here. But just keep in mind that if you did bring them up completely to 6, that would make a huge... Yeah, the 2200 immobile trainer coach drink wouldn't help in that sense. 2200 as opposed to... who did I put on? I think I put on the 3500. Oh, I didn't even save it. Oh, good gosh. I thought I saved it, and I didn't. I left before even saving it. Is it in here? Or did I? No, I didn't. Here I am. There. Okay, good. It's at the top of the list. Okay, so I put in rocket. Put in the chipper. Yeah, put the blue chipper in for 35% more right there. So we're still gonna do close to 300,000 for each one that we leave on the board. And let's see how well this works instead against him, because I'm really interested to see like what's going to happen, right? Oh, Jude, I totally forgot. ASG, you had sent your Hogan, the standard, and how you run Hogan. Okay, I got it up on my phone right now, so I'll mention it ASG after this. I promised I would, and then I forgot, as I tend to do. Okay, so we're going to make yellow gems with this, so we can use that for damage. So normally I would just hit this and take the damage, but since he only has 5 million health, and we want to stack this as much as we can to see how much it comes through. Does the King of Kings boost immobile gems? That's a good question, Eagles. Is it immobiles that he boosts? No, I think it's countdowns that he boosts. Chipper Rock. Oh gosh, yeah, Chipper Rock is awful. He's the only one that I have, and so I'm going to have to build him up. It's Countdown. Thanks, HBK. Or is it X? He also does X Breaks. That's right. He does both of those. Yeah, thanks, Drink and HBK for that. So like we did last time, we are going to make how dangerous should we live. He doesn't have a lot of health, so we're going to take those two, and then we can make a row down there. Whoa, that was close. It's like 3 or 4 things now. Yeah, it is a lot more than it was before. So you think it's going to be? You think it's going to be the new Holly? That's where you're going to put the plate on. I can show Molly Holly with it. Actually, I can't show her. I'd have to move a strap around for her to use it. Okay, so yellow submission gem. So we're going to make that. We're going to make that. So that's going to buff all of our yellows. And then what we need to do is to make ones that aren't going to die in all of the things that are going to go on. So maybe those are the winners of this. So we'll do some damage. Of course. All right, so we lost 1. We lost all. Oh man, we lost a bunch. But we loaded up the sub again to do it again. So we're at 53.9 after 1 turn. And then we're going to hit this. So 3 of them. So if you had the Powerhouse Hogan, so that did almost 1 million damage. 850k, and I don't have the best trainer on that. So you add another 100%. So that would do, those 3 right there would do a lot more damage. That would be pretty awesome. That would be 1.5 mil. So not bad at all. We want to make yellows. And I think what makes this build different now that I'm thinking about it is, as long as we continue to make yellow gems, we're not going to try to break them because they have leech gems on them. Now we're going to try to keep them on the board, and we're going to try to create new ones. So that way the second time we roll through, we hit that damage move. It's going to do even more damage. Yeah, that's how we're going to do this. Now it's all starting to make sense. I can see it. I can see it in my mind. We don't want to put that there. We're actually going to put that. No, that should be good. We only need 4, and then we can build it up next time. But we will also take you. And I totally counteracted each one of these. Okay. So that's going to break all that down that way. I'm going to put 1 here. I'm going to take 1 there. We'll put 1 on that one. We'll put 1 up here. And hopefully another one doesn't fall. That one's not going to work. That's not going to work. So far we have too many of them on the board. That always seems to be the case. This is the problem with putting 10 yellow gems down. Is that you're inevitably going to lose a bunch of them. Well, but that time we kept a lot of them on the board. So how many do we have? We have 2, 4, 6, 8 of them on the board. 8 at about 300k. So we're going to do about 2.5 mil almost of damage there. And these right now are boosted up to 70k. So yeah, you can see how this is going to work. So after the second cycle through, you're going to start doing 2.5k per time through. You're going to keep them off the board because you're going to continually use the sub, and probably 3 times through or more you're going to win this. And so once you get them past that 75% mark where you think you can take them to the cleaners and win the match, that's what I would do. I would just try to defeat them at that point. Okay, so this is actually looking a lot more promising than I thought it would. So it adds countdowns, 4,500 X break, and 10%. Wow, on top of all of that stuff too. Yeah. Someone say sub. It's time for subs. I want to see if this actually will work because I know that like it should have come through, but it didn't work. All right. I think I wanted to do a video, but I don't have a 6-star to go against. I might have to wait till later in the week. But I did promise Merrick's a video, so I wonder how that's going to roll. Let's go back and check all this. Okay, so but before I forget, ASG, you had sent me over how most people run Hogan, Black MP Trainer, and Hardy, Powerhouse Hogan doing the double black with the red finisher. And you roll in with the double yellow, the back body drop, I should probably bring up Hogan as I talk about this rather than do it this way, so that actually people can see it. It's always easier to find these people by class. And then you add the gem damage. Interesting. Boss time. It's sub time. Yeah, someone say sub. It's a subathon with Ezekiel. So if you did take the plate, you do have Ezekiel up high and you're looking for something to do with him. I actually really like that build set. You're not going to take a ton of damage either. They're going to get, one. You've also put, remember, immobile gems, so they can't move those gems either. So it actually plays a little bit of defense as well too. So I like that. So you do the back body drop, this one right here. You do the scoop slam to add more gem damage. And then you put down the axe breaker. You're making 13 random into the wild card. That's actually a really interesting build. I like that. Kushwat, how you doing? Welcome on in. Good morning. How's everything hanging out for you? With a general plate for the yellow recharge, and that would make sense. Doing well. Kush decided to try out Ezekiel again. I made him 6-star, and the 6-star move I think is actually the difference maker. I don't know. What do y'all think of Ezekiel now with it? Good to hear, bro. Good to hear. The other one, and I know I think Merrick's talked about this on his stream before I had to leave, but Edge hits harder with the new Hunter's Medallion, and I only have him at 4-star silver, so I couldn't show how great he was. Ezekiel at 6-star. Yeah, Gorilla, how you doing? Welcome on in. I took him 6-star, and we tried it out with the new move set, with his new 6-star move. So I'll show you the move, and then let's go searching. I might not be seeing it because I'm tired, but this is the move. So this was the 6-star move that was hidden to us last night, where he does bonus damage for every immobile. And starting round 2, you start leaving a lot of immobiles on there. And if you have Powerhouse Hogan, that doubles this number right here. Triple green with all hearts. Yeah, I think all hearts would actually be a really good play on him as well. That would actually really make this move right here, this jumping high knee, pop, because it allows for the green gems to go. If I get Merrick's to retire, we could do the spot scene with WCW and the Horde. That would be a really interesting way to, if we can actually like Photoshop all that through with all of us on different sides of the country / world doing a retirement scene. That would be really interesting. So Drink, what did you take then? If you didn't take the plate from the wall, did you end up getting, what's it called? Did you end up taking, did you get Andre? Did you take the Andre thing right there? The biggest damage with the new plate for Ezekiel, and send it to Scopely. I like that. That's really good. So the biggest damage, we were getting somewhere between 2 and 2.5 for the sub, and then we would get another. This would stack then for each time around through. So there's no 6-star for me to try this on, but I think 3 cycles might be all you would need. Whereas last night it took like 5 or 6 cycles. But again, he was not hitting anywhere near as hard at 5-star gold. So Strap Arts tokens bundle. Yeah, the resources were huge. And if I wasn't taking that plate for the stream and other things, I would have like 100% have taken. I really needed 20k TP. As you just saw, I just burned through like 6,000 TP in order to take him to take the Ezekiel 6-star. So that was huge. But yeah, I totally would have taken the strap parts too. 100k strap parts. Now as a content creator, I can't tell you like how quickly strap parts leave my. They just leave. They're gone so quickly. It's not even funny anymore. Wow. Yeah, definitely take all the parts. An ultimate 100% damage strap for Ridge. That your Ridge is going to be insanely good. That is crazy. This one is straight Hogan, right? We can't use anybody but Hogan. So it's not like, yeah, so we can't take anybody there. So I think I'm stuck playing against 5-star characters. I don't think there's anybody 6-star anywhere outside of challenge tours. So if anyone on Scopely is actually here and continuing to watch, I appreciate you staying in and seeing how well I do. Can you make more, just a suggestion, a tour over here? And you don't even have to add like a completely separate Survivor Series or anything like there. Just a round 3. And this round 3 is all 6 stars. And that way we have someone always to go against 6 stars. So that's just my suggestion. So kindly, sincerely, Professor G. Please. Yeah, 5-star gold, you would take it out way easy for sure. Yeah, please. I just want someone to do that with. So we can make a video. You got a 40% gem defense ultimate strap for a modern acro when you don't know who to use it on. It depends on who's on your lineup. Run over your Santa Hogan setup before you're done for the night, if you wouldn't mind. Yeah, HBK, I can totally do that. I don't use Santa Hogan actually very often, and I don't remember if I have him set up for what I need or if I have him set up just for like I was leveling him and that's where I left him at that point. For sure, let's do that. Where I have him 4 gold. He is now injured. We injured my Santa Hogan to see if the tours actually worked. So Kush, a 40% gem defense strap for a modern acro is really good, and if you put a couple of armor medals on there, that can do some serious fun and defense if you have someone that hits hard enough. So Santa Hogan can be 12K. Yeah, mine's 14. Leo, what is happening? Come on in. Dom. Yeah, so Acro Dom might be a good one for the gem defense. That's a good shout out. King Nakamura, that would be a good one. That's who you'd use it on, King Nakamura. Okay, so there's a couple of good suggestions, Kush, if you have either Acro Dominic or King Nakamura. I'll go to my acrobats afterwards and I'll give you a list of people that would actually be good on. I think HBK, this is how I've left him because this is how I usually run him, but there are multiple ways obviously to run him. But I think this one just recycled easier for me at the time. Whenever the last time I had to use Santa Hogan as a CSS, and that's been a while. So let's see what do we do. So we put the finisher. The finisher hits pretty hard. I think I have a yellow move damage medal on him. Yeah, so I would have had a yellow move damage medal. It would have been a percentage medal, so that his finisher would have hit for 3.5 or 400k. So you would put the yellow. You can either start yellow or red, and with tour perks you can have either one. You don't have Nakamura. You have, okay, so Nakamura is definitely an option if you plan on bringing up Nakamura. So yellow or red MP. You can either choose, or you can swap this into yellow, hit this, makes the red. So I would probably go yellow to start and load up on gem damage. But there is another way to run this, right? The snowfall, this one makes random. That was the one thing I didn't care much for, because the random sometimes never hits as high as you want it to hit, if that makes sense, right? So, but it does turn everything below it into wild cards, so it's going to make a lot of cascades. So this is the other way that I've seen people run them at this point, is to put on the double greens. You can choose more green gems to destroy. You can make row break gems with this red move, or you can because with the destroying and with this, you're going to get a lot of cascades, and it should fill up another move. So this is just ease of recycling, which is why I like this move set. But the double greens is also really good because you can put it with the finisher with the hope that if you destroy these gems that creates the wild cards, which will hopefully refill either this or this. And so that's why it is a wild card type of move, because it is volatile in that you might actually not reload. But this will certainly, I think, do more damage because of the cascades that it will create. Does that make sense, HBK? Just like considering how low I think we all have him. The plate would, but the problem is that you would have to use a move to destroy. You would have to destroy green gems with this move here, or you'd have to hope that this move here destroys green gems. So that's the problem with the Hunter's Medallion, is the destroy green, like we saw last night. It's not easy to make those right there. The hard match is a pain. We can go try the hard match. I'm sure a lot of us don't have Santa Hogan that high. So we can definitely go try that next. All right, I'm going to read. What would you say, Footers? Footers said, wish they could make a developmental node. Interesting. No rewards or anything, but you'd be able to select a poster, strap, metals, plates, etc. I love this idea, like a public test realm. Your opponents would default to to the same level that you're trying. I think that's amazing, right? So just like a beta mode where you can just go in, test stuff out. You don't get anything for doing it other than the knowledge of doing stuff like that. That is a fantastic idea. I love that. So, yeah, let's let's go play with some Santa Hogan. I'm gonna have some water as I've been talking for a couple of hours now. Let's see what we're doing. I think the reason why it's such a pain is not because I don't think Santa Hogan can win this. Is more supplemental. Yeah, I think that's the other thing. Is it's hard to, until he gets to the 5-star, then you can like really use some. It's the 5-star move, I think, that really matters. You're absolutely right, Drink, in that sense. Until you can get him up there, and I am not far, am I? I was like really close before too, right? No, I'm not close. I still need 250 more than that. I need 300 more almost to get him up to the next level. His trap turn 1, yeah, that's the problem, right? Anytime you're going up against Memrock, you are going up against a guy who's going to put traps down, and he just might cascade you out the gym, right? That's the problem. And with Santa Hogan not having a sub, but the sub wouldn't actually do much of anything. So we're going to try to go and do as much damage as we possibly can. Yeah, it buffs the gem damage as well on top of that, right? So each turn that he goes through, he starts buffing gem damage, and he's gonna hurt a lot. That's just gonna gain Ren MP. Do we actually want that? You can also go like a tricolored build as well too. This turns into yellow. This loads that one up. I don't know. I think, should we blow up the board? What would y'all recommend? I don't. Yeah, Memrock is got that 1 MP move. It's completely unavoidable, and when it hits and it cascades, you're gonna eat damage, and there's no way around that. Even with the sub guys, right? So the problem with a node like this is that you're gonna have to do this several times, and there's really no way around it. So it is what it is, right? That's why you're asking me. No, I'm just here. I'm asking you. I do this all the time with my students. So like, what do you think about this? I'm like, what do you think about this? And try to turn the questions around on them. You're just going to have to deal with MP moves with that regard. Okay, so let's start with green MP. I think that's where we'll begin. We'll build this together, because quite honestly, I don't use Santa Hogan because the only use I have for him is a coach right now, right? That would be what I would try to start with. All right, so we want that. Do we want to choose more gems to destroy is what we're going to want to do, right? Destroy gems. Moves that destroy red gems. That's not what we want. Green moves that destroy gems will destroy 4 more gems. Is there anybody else who has a better destroy? Loot gems, purple, silence, botch, row break, yellow, destroy row, destroy reinforce. Okay. I can't use him to to help with the extra gem damage. He's one that's very hard to hit above your weight. Yeah, yellow gem defense helps some. Yeah, that might be the only sort of... That was going to be another thing. Like, what do we try to help with? And I guess is we're going to try to have to get some yellow gem defense. Do I have yellow gem defense? Yellow gems. Okay, so our other option, if we're not going to try to destroy more of these random gems, the other thing that we could do is put on maybe Honky Tonk Man and try to take another bite, another 30%, and then put some arbor metals on there so we can just really try to mitigate anything that he's putting towards us. We can also do some moves. Leech, color, red moves. Okay. That says damage. Okay. Blue, red, black, purple. What? His other move is red, right? And red gems. Should we go gem damage of some sort just to try to get some damage? There's no snowfall. There's yellow. Okay, so why don't we... try... It's a good question of what else we can do here. Because usually at this point I'd be like, all right, we'll put Santa Hogan on him. But there's nothing on there. So maybe we can destroy more gems. There's my cat just found his way back inside. And he's yelling at me. There's not a lot of destroy. Yellow moves that deal damage and destroy. No, so we got nothing there. Alright, well, let's get some moves that heal. Black moves, blue moves. It's going to do 25% K more damage. Red finisher, green moves, yellow finisher, purple submission. None of these are going to do anything else. Okay, so we're just going to go... Yeah, I just don't use them much, and 25%... I guess if we were going to do the yellow finisher instead, that would be different. But I wanted to go gem damage at the most. But okay, so why don't we do that instead? Let's go move damage. Let's see if we can get like a yellow. Do I have a yellow move damage? So that's 25%. Black, red, yellow moves. I have a red finisher, but I don't. He doesn't have... The yellow finishers do 30%, so that's more. So that's probably what we'll do. All right, well, let's set that entourage for now, and we will try again with Honky Tonk Man if this doesn't work. So I'm trying HBK. We're gonna do this. You just made the list. Bearded, welcome on in. Appreciate the follow. You're on the list. Yeah, so K Quick is the guy that I'll use for that part of it right there. Okay, so let's... So green. Yeah, oh, sorry, yeah, I need to put green. I need to put the yellow finisher in just to do a whole bunch more damage. It's not going to recycle, but that's not what we're using it for. And as you can see, I don't have the best strap on him, so we're going to put on some armors. Move defense. Okay, well that's not a bad one, and that has some yellow damage on there too. So we'll take it. And then strap. Never Never a stream where I don't say it unintentionally. It's always there, haunting me. You're Fury. I don't want Fury. We want armor. Do I have a yellow armor? I do not. Oh, that is awful. I don't have a yellow percentage. Your yellow move. Your yellow. Is it not in use? Go figure. Go figure. I would say that. So I have a padded. Oh, that stinks. But I don't have an armor. Okay, so let's. I have just enough. Okay, so for the stream, we'll do that. This will give me the chance to put on an armor. Let's get extra damage, or damage at least 16, 15. Not much difference. We can take it off of Rude for the stream. All right, and then we'll put a 133 metal on there. And that'll be our contribution to all of this. Was it in use? Where did I see that? What are you? You're flat. I do have one, do I not? I thought I did. You're all flat. Flat. You're 100. There, I have 133. I think it's padded. Do I not? No. Maybe it's not in use. Maybe it's just sitting. I have a make it rain. Padded. There it is. That's the one. We wanted that one at 133. Okay, so we're going to take an extra 20%. So we're going to try to get down as much yellow gem damage coming our way. We're going to buff that yellow finisher, even though we're not going to reload any moves. And let's see what we can do. Yeah, I think you might have to use a lot of props. The problem is that gem damage move that he has that also stacks. That might be an issue. So even with all the gem defense that we're going to roll out, it might not be enough to stop him, right? He has... Oh, he doesn't have it on this one. Okay, so he has pin bar and the kick out. Okay, so we'll probably lose this one, and that's okay. We're just trying to test it out right now. But we're going to have a yellow... yellow down Shango's in order to make sure that he doesn't hit us with a 500k. And this is going to steal health, so we're going to have to try to make sure he doesn't get that off easy as well too. So if I had a Santa Hogan on my Santa Hogan, this would start turn 1. You've got to be kidding me. Are you serious? All right, it's a good thing we're losing anyways to test it all out. But let's see how hard he hits. This will actually give us a good indication of whether we need to take Hardy off or not. Okay, so they're hitting 6,000 a shot. Yeah, like seriously, right, Drake? Like my first time through on this, and I get hit with this like right away. I don't even get a chance. You're like, come on. If anyone from Scopely is here and is watching, I'm not going to say with a lot of empirical evidence that I'm right on this, but I think we all absolutely hate that the dodge is still a part of this game. Like that is one thing that no one is thankful for and that no one likes. And it's an element of the game that we cannot control. That doesn't add sort of any fun to any of it. Anyways, that's just my take. So, sincerely, the professor. I think the other issue is that they tried to add it, if you remember, to all of the different... You were using 5-star gold NWO Hogan. It was still rough. He's a hard character to beat at 5-star gold, and you need... A 6-star takes him out easy, right? Because he's no longer that difficult. But once anyone below that, you got to remember, right? Like, he was the meta, right? He was, one of the best characters in the game all the way up until 5-star gold. So, yeah, this is frustrating. So anyways, if you remember when they first rolled out the dodges and all the things like that, was dodging all your moves. Yeah. And so like all these dodges and stuff like that, but they had one for every class. And then they scaled it back and said, no, only acros and tricksters are going to have it. So I hate making this suggestion, but like put it for everybody or put it for nobody, like put it for all classes or for no classes, and just take it out of the game then, right? So if make that available to everybody. But then there's the flip side of that, and that's why I don't want to suggest this, is that now every superstar that we face has something on them that can then add a gamble to the game itself, right? So if we're stuck having these in the game, please don't add any more. How's that? That works. So we couldn't kick out of even a very simple one because we put not really good gem stuff. Get your rewards. Yeah. For the global event and what type of power is... okay, yeah, that's actually really good. A really good shout out there, H, of just about making sure you go to the portal and get all of your rewards if you haven't gone that. We did get the Trickster faction boss, and that was really annoying too. I actually don't want him there. Let's go all gem defense and see if we can at least have pins that are reasonable, and that will allow us to make a stand against him. Where are you? There you are. So let's try that. Both of these guys, I have a 50% gem defense strap on. They're both just absolutely amazing for me for any showdown or other things. Okay, so we're going to go back. We're going to try Santa Hogan again. We are going to bring in a different set of props this time. We'll keep these chosen one in case we need to kick out of this. We are going to bring the yellow down. That was the one that we needed. Of which, do I have a lot of yellow downs? I feel like I have a lot of yellow downs. I do. Good. Thank goodness for that. I don't have a lot of purple downs. So we're going to be selective with those. Yeah, getting a faction boss that can dodge moves is annoying, especially because it's in one-time speed, and I feel like I could make a sandwich in between move. Like, it just goes so slow. A sandwich, as my nonna used to say. Okay, so are you going to dodge? Okay, good. This time we actually get the move off. And as expected, the majority of them are on the lower half of the board. All of them are within this row, basically, which also stinks. All right, so we'll hit the swipe. We'll turn that. Not bad at all. And now we can destroy things. That actually worked out pretty well. Subs, sandwiches. You know what? Like, I hear you. I'm actually getting quite hungry as well, too. There's something about... talking into a microphone for several hours that is makes you rather hungry, not gonna lie. Well, that's promising. Okay, he's gonna hit us, and as long as he doesn't get super cascadey, okay, good, that works. And let's drop this all down here. It's really interesting, like when you're watching a stream and how you're having all of these conversations with people. It feels like you're talking to them when you're chatting with them. It's really interesting. And then when you're actually the one doing all of that, how much different it is. All right, so we're gonna bust all of these in the different rows, and let's see. Actually, I can only do 4, so we're gonna do that one instead because that's higher up. So you just pick the 4 highest ones you can. Okay, so this is recycling like a gem, like a boss. He has his finisher on. I forgot to check that. And bring it down. Here's hoping he doesn't hit it, but if he does, here's hoping we can get out of it. And therein lies the issue. It just hits like a pillow. It just does not. Yeah, that's the problem, right? Like he feels this purple because I'm breaking traps as we go. He is a real pain to face in more ways than one. This time I got 3 of them up high, which is really nice. And when they turn to that, they should actually get rid of a lot of his stuff, but they don't. But again, he's going to fill his up again. Jeez. So I think what we've learned here is that this might not be doable with Santa Hogan below 17k. I don't know. We'll try the other moveset and see what we can do, but I don't have Hall of Fame Yokozuna, if that's what you mean. ASG I don't have, or you mean like the other one? You just had to make a sandwich. I can appreciate that. I usually actually have a tub of peanut butter beside me when I'm doing streams. I forgot to bring it beside me this time. I usually have a scoop here or there. So if it ever goes quiet on stream, it's usually because I'm eating peanut butter. Because all this talking makes me so hungry. And yeah, he's just going to keep hitting that and reloading. 30% gem defense. Okay. Yeah, I'd put Honky Tonk Man as well, so that's 30% against all gems. But I'm not sure it's gonna. You got a jar beside you also. Great minds think alike, I guess, in that sense. No, you're throwing out ideas. Yeah, so like you were talking about putting on just more gem defense, and I think the issue we're having right now is that this is going to keep loading as long as I keep exploding the board because of all of the trap gems that he just throws out on a turn-by-turn basis. So, no, I appreciate ASG. I appreciate any suggestions. I by no means have all of the answers. So yeah, when we don't and can't find the solution, I absolutely want the help. Yeah, we want to make the gem damage. I guess the other way to do it is just to go straight gem damage and try to freeze him out that way, rather just hope that he doesn't hit us. We're only hitting for 280k, and he's healing for 100 and whatever k, and now he's got his move up. Sent yellow move. 650k finisher. I haven't even hit the finisher once. My finisher is 430,000. Yeah, we're not going to win this. So rather than waste our time waiting to the end of this, this one's hard, no doubt. If you don't have a different Hogan, and your Hogan's less than 17k, like if you don't have your Hogan at 5-star bronze, this is going to be difficult. Like I'm struggling. Yeah, you're welcome, bro. I'm trying. There is nothing. I gotta tell you, Eagles, there is never empty peanut butter in my house. Like there's always at least 2 extra jars in my house. I will not go without peanut butter. And my biggest fear when having kids was that one of them was going to be allergic to peanut butter. I was like, I might have to give up my kids. Like I was not ready. You gave up hell and you have a 5 gold powerhouse. Yeah. He's a pain, like a huge pain. You have all the Hogans. Well, you know what? I am eternally jealous. And I wish I had more, right? That's the only one I got. So that's what we're going to have to try to work with. My cat's attacking me right now, being like, what are you doing, man? Peanut allergy would suck. It would suck big time. All right, let's try something different. Rayo was definitely the easiest. Okay. Well, that's good to know, because I know that, like, at some point, it sucks because you could continue to bring him down, but you would probably waste through 5 purple props to stop him from regenerating his health. But you're going to have to do a lot more damage than I can muster right here. So I think let's go the other route, right? You know what? If I had a Rocker Sean to trade you, I'm not sure I would do it, but I would probably do it because I love Hogan as a... You do any of these Masters, Fish? Yeah. Welcome on in, Fish. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Should you use on Beth? I went over that earlier, because if you give me a second, I'll show you what I did to help. Carton just... I think you and I just became best friends with our love of peanut butter. You are a level 1 Fury too. Okay, so we want... So by not having the best strap on Hogan, we're going to miss out on a whole bunch of damage. And that's the other sort of issue here. And I don't have enough strap parts.
So you know what? You just made the list.
Aquelque Dutrine. I apologize for if I butchered that in any way, shape, or form. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. Welcome on in. We're trying to beat this with Santa Hogan, and it is not easy. I have 200 strap parts, and I refuse to take this one. You should grab that Hogan plate from the shop. There's a Hogan plate in the shop. Wait a second. There's one in this shop right now. Have I not seen this? I don't think I've actually gone into the shop today to really do anything. I've only actually gone in and been like, okay, this is what I've gotten today from the prize wall. There's one in here. You got, okay. Like, pay to grab? Or it's in here? Is this what you're talking about? The last event. Oh, from the last event to get it. Yeah, I didn't get enough to get it with the medallions. I wish I could have gotten the Hogan from that last one. That would have been great on this Hogan, breaking 20 of them and doing more damage, especially with the red. He does red gems, black moves. There's one in this one right here. There's one more. Did I not? What's in? A chance to get these and shards and more. Okay. So that's not there. Did I miss it? Random bonus. 6 wall token. It's the 3 belts. So there's that strap, right? So there's an ultimate strap right there. Yeah, drip would have been awesome if you could have gotten that. You meant strap, not the plate. Okay, yeah. So there's an ultimate strap in there. Okay, I thought you meant there was an actual Hogan plate in there to get. I was like, oh, that would be pretty awesome if there was there. So I have straps for Hogan, and I've been holding out putting a different strap on this Hogan. I'll go back over here. Because I want to eventually put one on that allows me to use like an affiliation one. That's really what I want. I want an affiliation Hogan strap to put on. So I think I actually have several that I can use. The plate was the previous one. Okay. Yeah, I misunderstood. That's definitely my fault. What do we have? Legendary. Yeah, so I have a bunch that could be put on to him. None that are on there. If I had one, actually, what do I have unlocked? That's the one we saw a second ago. So it's still my favorite. It's still so this one's completely unlocked. So we could throw this one on there with the double Furies. Maybe throw a plate and just see how Santa rolls with. Either way, we figured it out in the end, Eagles. So yeah, let's 8,000 strap parts. Is that's what I need? And we can move this around. It'd be more than that. It'd be 9,200 to take that one off of them. All right, let's see what kind of titles we can burn through that I don't really need anymore. Ruthless aggression. What are you? You are 10%. Do I have anybody that's even worth? No, 10% straps aren't worth my time anymore. You're gone, shushy. Let's see, what else can we... Oh, I hate when I do that. We'll do it for the stream. We'll see if we can get a whole bunch of gem damage and some props and take him out. Okay, so what else can we do with this? You are 20% more move damage. Okay, so we can get rid of you. Yeah, since the game has moved to ultimate straps, and ultimate straps having 40, 60, 100%, that's what I've been like, nope, I don't really need these straps anymore. They don't do enough, I feel, like they did before. 20% from all gems. I think they're good in certain cases, but now as a content creator, I find myself selling them to try to create content. And I will not unlock you, so I'm never going to know whether you're 20% or 10%. So I don't know if y'all think I'm crazy. You're a 50% gem defense. You're actually useful. We'll keep you. There are no female legends in the game, so that's an easy one to sell. What are we up to now? You're not going to show me. Okay. We're at 6,000. You are 20% more move damage. Do I have a... Oh, I only have Stacy Keyboard that can be used on. There's not enough of you in the game. You're gone. All right, so we're almost there. 2 more straps, and we should be able to move this on to Santa Hogan. 20% more damage. Ooh. You added a command, and it didn't work. I'm not sure all of my commands are set up properly because I'm not super Twitch savvy. So each time through, I work on something that I find is broken in my in my streams, Kush. So the next time I come through, I'll make sure that all of the commands and stuff like that work. But I appreciate you bringing that to my attention. So I do need to put straps on those people. So maybe we'll keep you for the time being if I'm pushed into a corner. I'm definitely not going to put that on you. I apologize if it's less fun. Yeah, this one's almost unlocked, but I still don't have anything here, and I refuse to put 12,000 to find out that it's not going to be a good strap. So we'll sell you. And now we're at 10,200. Okay, so let's... Doing it for the stream, y'all. I hope y'all appreciate. Kush, oh no, it did it. You might have put in too many. Might have put in too many emotes. I think that's probably what did it. So it's not, again, it's not me. It's the it's the bot moderator. That's there. That's doing that. That's the other thing. Now I have 2 things that I have to fix. So I appreciate you bringing that one to my attention too. Okay, so let's replace this. We'll put on my only 4. What the hell? Yeah. What? Come on. Okay, so we're gonna have to fix that as well too. I apologize for that stopping you. 9.2. Okay, so we're gonna take this off the Powerhouse Brock. Put it on Santa. It should already have Fury 2s. Okay, so it does. So it's got Fury 2s, red moves. We'll change that one out, and all gem damage. You won hard. Yeah! HBK, how did you do it? Don't tell me you did it with the moveset that I just said after I blew through all these strap parts to win it. We'll leave the plate. Yellow, yellow, red. Okay. You did the yellow, yellow, red setup, the one that I mentioned earlier. Okay, let's try it. And the choose to make. Okay, let's see if we can just... Did you use a whole bunch of damage? Is that what you used? It's funny that we're on... You're on a list that no one should actually want to be on the list. And you had Showboat Yoko. Okay, so let's do move charge. We are going to do yellow. All right, HBK found the magic sauce for this. You did gem defense medals. Okay, well let's. Shobo Yoko does gem defense. Yes, that's what we figured. Okay. This is your favorite for Santa Hogan. Yeah, this is the one that I usually done for Santa Hogan. We'll leave it. We'll leave him on there. We'll leave Honky Tonk Man because he does 30 for all gems. We'll take less damage from all yellow gems here, and then we are going to do move damage. Yeah, you've been vindicated. History, you have been vindicated. We'll take that off of you because we're going to make a video elsewhere. You did HBM and okay, so you didn't go yellow move to start. Do we have? Do we start right up there or no? All moves added that color by 1 MP. Okay, so I just have regular perks. Okay. Match yellow is over the trap gems. Oh, that is true. They're going to not want to do it that way. Okay, so let's do that. Replace. Ah, I like that. Use a prop to lower yellow. Okay. So let's do some gem defense then. And we'll put on Yoko. So for those that don't know, so we'll put this on and that on. So we're doing complete yellow defense. So we're doing 80% yellow defense. It's a lower yellow. Okay. And I'm going gem damage heavy is what I'm going. So I'm going all Fury 2s, and we are going to put in another Fury 2. But not have as much. We might not have as much. I only have flat yellow. You have a 200% yellow damage one. Okay, so we might not go total Fury 2s then. Mine is padded, right? Is that the one that I had? That's 133%. And then that adds extra yellow damage. All right. Let's go padded. Let's blow through my metal bits while we're on here. While we're doing it for the stream. Okay, so let's take this one. We'll make this one into padded. Move defense. I don't think I level up any of these anywhere near. Who am I never going to use? Green, black. Black, purple, green gem, blue gem, black gem, black gem. You're not even unlocked. Okay. You're the best of the bunch. We'll put you on. Just for S's and G's. Alright, so we're going to do extra damage. We're going to do extra... We might come back and put more armor on there, so that way we have super armor. So we have 40% gem damage, 20% move defense, and we have a whole bunch of yellow defense on there. We are going to want to change this. We're going to want to use these to start up. You use these to stop him from using his move, to make sure that he doesn't get his pin bar move going, and that just in case we have to bring down his finisher. All right. Let's do it. I like the community effort. I appreciate this, everybody. This is good stuff. If we do it, I'll have to make a video for this and send it out to the world. So that's 3 of 6. Okay, so we're gonna start with a prop. Red MP and yellow move damage coaches. Yellow finisher damage and gem damage. Yeah, the problem is that we want to make sure he doesn't use his trap gem, so that way he doesn't get a whole bunch of cascades on us, Kush. That's why we want to try to avoid that if possible. 1 by 5. Beautiful. That's what we wanted. We get to take a swipe. Do we actually want to swipe? We'll take that swipe because we get to use one. And then we'll hit finisher. And we'll see how that goes. hit this. He's going to put the traps gems down. It beat you on hell turn 1. Okay, so this time he hit those traps on us. But we were able to get through that. Okay, so next turn we're going to have to use a prop on that right there. We could probably just hit this for the damage. But we're going to hit all of them just in case. We are far enough on the pin bar that I could hit all of that. And even with a big cascade like that, we're probably going to be okay. This time we hit it for the damage. This one we will leave. This one we are going to hit. Oh, I forgot to take down his finisher. Shoot. Good. Bust out all your gems. Yeah, HBK, if you could beat this mode, then I think that's probably where you're going to stop. Oh. And that's the danger, right? You're playing against someone who's just going to look at that cascade, even with all the gem defense that we have. That's 300k ain't bad. But I'm not. Actually, that's where we have Fury 2s on, so we should be able to kick out of this without problem. Okay. But we took a hell of a hit on that one. All right, let's get rid of that. The only other good thing that came from that is that it knocked out all of his... it knocked out all of his traps, you would at least hope. We are 10 away. Okay, so... we'll go for a 5 match. Probably the best chance of controlling that. And then we can hit this. So I guess the only good thing about taking a big cascade like that is that it dropped all of his gems out. Oh, come on. Oh, darn. Too much for cascade. It took all of his trap gems away, so that way we didn't fill up his finisher for him. But now he's going to hit another huge cascade. Why not? Let's bust out of it. Okay. And now we're left with the exact same place we were last turn, where he can hit us with the pin bar move, or he can hit us with that move. Okay. So, how far are we away? We're 1 of 10. So a 5 and a 3 will do it. 2 3s would not do it. So we're better off making this, hoping for no cascade, and then we can make a 3 match. And just hope that doesn't drop down a 3 match of red. And then we're good there. I am breaking, and I have to use a second one now because I created another by breaking his trap gems. You are a punk, Rock. Such a struggle is right. Right? Your hope is that, you know, you're going to blow through a bunch of props for this. And good. So he didn't get that up again, but with getting our finisher set again, and here he goes again, another cascade through. Jeez. You just got to hope he doesn't cascade his way through this. And we are not getting lucky at all. Look at this cascade. Like, come on. Are you serious? So, yeah, that's just bad luck, right? That's just He had some serious cascades. He had one for 350k, and then he had that one for 800k. So, how are you supposed to beat that? Dang. Okay, so, hey, faction, do you want to help me? Recover my boy here. Okay, let's do that. I'm not quite sure I have anything plate-wise sitting around. That might be the only thing. We reduce gem damage for a turn. That could be interesting. You could be interesting making X-Break gems that he might want to destroy. You could be interesting. Random gems and crossbreak gems. That's just bad luck in many different ways. I can make blast gems. This might help with a pin if I get him low enough. So I'm going to drop down a cheap shot onto here and see if that makes the difference. What's not helping is padded metals. So we're going to have to go armor. The problem is I don't have a good armor metal for him to use. Do more red move damage, but that doesn't do any good. I don't know. If he gets a cascade like that again, there's really nothing we can do. He's going to hit for that amount, I think, regardless. What should we change? Yellow finishers do 30%. I think we just go all sorts of gem defense and just hope for the best. From color, blue moves. Is there a purple move? Your purple gems. I don't have a purple move one, do I? Leech, green. Silence gem. Is there a red? Did I not see a red? A red moves is 5%. That's not going to help. In any way, shape, or form. From purple moves. Okay, so that's what we're going to use. Because he gets that. It's not purple. Yeah, so that's his finisher. So let's try to at least do a little bit of gem defense on the finisher. You were hitting every move, just not selecting everything. Oh, that's a good plan if you have the yellows up. You don't have Ghostbuster Hogan. You know what? I can't take your lies, Eagle. Were you lying too about the peanut butter? No, I can appreciate that. That's one that no one really thinks of. He's just so rare, having that Ghostbuster Hogan. So I can appreciate that. All right, I'm gonna try this. All right, what would you all recommend? Should I continue with my awkward metal setup here, or should I just go all gem defense and try to just completely freeze him out gem-wise? I don't know. It's gonna got 90,000 metal bits. I might not have enough to actually switch them all out, anyways. Whew, we're getting low on the metal bits. All right, I guess we're gonna have to try it this way because I don't think it would be 30,000 for each one of the 30s and 20s. I don't have enough metal bits, actually. I think I've made my bed to do it this way. Son of a gun. All right, let's try this again. We'll do that to start. We're going to have to put it there. We have a swipe, and neither swipe of this yellow is a good swipe of yellow, but we need more gem damage. That worked out nicely. All right, then the plate went off. Awesome. Let's do it. Let's see what we can do. And I have a funny feeling that he is not only going to dodge our next move, but that this is going to be like a 400k cascade. What wasn't that? Only 88. I'm not sure where his gems are, but it's going to bust him up. Of course it does. I could do a 5 and a 3 and try to keep him away. But that's... Either way, I'm in trouble. Trying to put it together. Oh, he's maxed out. What are you hitting for now? You still steal. Okay, so that doesn't do any damage. Oh, so putting her on there didn't do anything. So that was a waste of a coach. Okay. Lesson learned. We don't need to put Steph McMahon on there. We need to put someone else with gem damage. Down. Okay, so we are going to choose gems. And we will choose those gems, and hopefully they don't have the leech or the... It does. Good gosh, I hit it again. How many of these did you put down? 14 random. Gosh, you suck. You are sucking away all of my purple. It's taking the life out of the stream. Trying to beat this. So we try to find... Oh, I hit the wrong one. Okay, so we're going to have to make... This makes it more interesting when you hit the wrong button. We can take that. Okay, good. Our plate went off. And I've hit more of his gems. So I need to use another purple down. God. Yeah, without Ghostbuster Hogan, yeah, I'm only going for Janetti at that point. You can't have Rocker Sean. it's only Janetti. Wow, talk about two different career paths, right? Between the two of them. Let's see. We have to use a yellow one shortly. Yeah. Talk about like going through the plate glass window changed everything in so many ways for Janetti. I don't know, like it's been what, 20 years? Oh, I cascade out. Come on, bro. Oh, that's awful. Well, at least I blew up all of those gems. At one point, is it too soon? Like at one point can we just be like, yeah, when they split up, that was so sad. When they did, they were a fun group to watch for sure. We need to take that one away. And I'm almost out of these things, so we'll use the 5. We will hit for we can hit this and not use any, but we'll just take the damage because we're going to get that back. Yeah, they have Snoop in the game. Like, why not? Snoop's done some interesting things in his life. But he's also Snoop Dogg. So, yeah, you know what? Like, I remember watching that live. I remember, as a youngster watching that going, like, did I just see that? Is that actually something that happened? Pete Rose in the game would be interesting. But if I know anything about Pete Rose, at least recently with how he does things, he's going to require some compensation for his likeness being used. Is that a delicate enough way to put it? I did that again. I created yellow gems when I didn't want to. Here I am laughing about Pete Rose. I could have done more damage to that. Oh. All right, this is the last one. Keep your fingers crossed. I've now wasted all of those. Okay, we're going to take this and hope for no green match over here. Or do we... I have better odds here. Unless a green drops ahead. It does not. Excellent. And even with that, it came back to it. So, that's one way to waste a whole bunch of props and not get everything you need from it. But... And that's the other thing. Like, even if you can get him down, if he has trap gems on the board, like, he's gonna kick out. Like, that's the thing. He's gonna hit traps and kick himself out of this, right? God, you stink, Rock. This is awful. Is he finally gonna hit the huge cascade that ends us? At least he waited until I used all of my props. This, ooh, it's going to be close. What are my colors? So I need red and yellow. What am I hitting? Kick out damage plus 50%. Well, that helps. But can you move? Can you move, bro? So green is going to help me. Like, is this going up for all of you too? Like, what am I? At least it was nice enough to wait until this point. So green... And red? Green is his other move. So I guess green... There's a cascade there. So let's take that cascade. Alright, we're going to kick out. So that's good. We are not going to survive another big one. That's for sure. I keep doing it because my moves are out of order. Yeah, Scopely must be just pissed at me. I didn't mean what I said about the trickster dodges. I swear I can't put this here. That's going to drop into a cascade. I can't put it there. It's going to drop. I can do it there, and just hope we don't get a blue match, which we won't. We'll get a purple match down there. Boom. All right. I normally wouldn't do this, but I need all the gem damage I can get because I'm pretty sure I'm dead next turn. And I'm just going to hope that 100k plus this 300k plus all the gem defense I have is enough to keep him down. Plus we got the plate to go off. Hopefully turn one he breaks. Oh, he doesn't. Huzzah! Yes, we did it. We did it. That's how you do it. Okay. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, and all in between, we were able to do it. Yeah, you would think, a trickster wouldn't be really that good at dodging, if that makes sense, right? Yeah. Whew. That was a match. You know what? And I was about to go to bed, like, really. She didn't get to see it. Oh, oh no, Drink, you missed it during the ad. Oh, that stinks. Well, I got the points for it, which is good. So what will it cost you with a 4-star gold? Or what would I do differently? The only way that I actually kicked out a couple of times is because I had Fury 2s on. It would actually be gem defense. I would need a set of armor medals. Hopefully you have one at a level 15, a 4 or a 5 tier to give yourself that finisher damage. This made a difference actually when we finally got to the end in keeping him down that last time. So that's a good plate to have, but I'm not sure you actually need the plate. I think the armor here in the medals instead of a padded And you need to get lucky, right? Like you saw me get lucky. He only had one big cascade, and it wasn't 800k like it was the last time. So you're gonna have to do this multiple times at 4-star gold, and you're gonna have to eat props. And even then, he's just gonna get lucky with the traps and stuff. So it's possible, and you're gonna have to bring the yellow show of hearts to get yourself started turn 1. But with the less damage from all the gems and a gem defense build, I think that's the difference, right? So yeah, you don't want Stephanie in there. That was the mistake that we made, is that we don't want Stephanie there. But what you could do instead, is there a steel health defense? Do we have a move a move defense person that does that? Damage black moves. Yes, we have it from like the moves, but he doesn't actually do any damage. He just steals health. Is there someone that does that? This would be the only case. Hall of Fame Rune would have helped over time. That's very true. As we got closer to the end, he for sure would have been useful to help keep him down. Yeah, I think like in terms of like getting that damage, right? 25%. So not Hall of Fame Rune, because we're using 2 yellow moves, would be really good. Or using who were we using? We were using who was the other one? We were using K Quick, I think, before. That was going to bring in extra damage, extra yellow finisher damage. But I think it was over here. Okay, so it's possible, y'all. You can do it. It's just not going to be. It's not going to be pretty. It's going to cost you a lot. So I think the way to look at that is maybe do the other tours first and see how far along you are, because it's going to cost you. Because I don't think I've actually done anything in here, have I? No, I haven't added anybody up. I did evolve a 5-star, so that gave me 1 here. But yeah, I would do the other tours first and see if this actually gets you any closer to any other milestones before you eat all the props. As I did, so as I said earlier, I'll waste the resources and the strap parts and all that other stuff, so that way you might not have to in order to do it. So I hope that was helpful. But yeah, so it's possible, and we can do it. What's going on here? I think I've clicked too many buttons at one point. I know at some point I was asked a question about how to beat. It was this over here. I think it was Kush who asked me how to beat this node right here. Correct? Kush, you asked me how to beat this with Beth. So with the Beth Phoenix, so you can do this 4-star gold. I have her maxed at 4-star gold. And I had a set of Fury 2s, but you want to get some gem damage on there. This is just a straight, like a flat move damage for that on her there. And this would be the move set that you would use. My chat just disappeared on my screen. What's happening here? Are we back? We're back. We made it. Brother Ray. Okay, I'm not sure what happened on all this. But Brother Ray, thank you so much for the follow. It didn't show up on my end. Hopefully it showed up on your end that you made the list. He's only 30% of the finisher. Yeah, that was definitely a slog. Nope. Thank you so much for the follow as well, too. It also didn't show on my end, and my chat completely froze. So hopefully the list video came on for both of you. If it didn't, let me know. I will definitely, I'll go in and just play it. So that way you know that you have also made the list. And I appreciate the follows. Did it show for everybody else, or is it just on my end that it didn't show for everybody? So for Beth, you're going to want to get extra multiply gem damage. So you're going to generate more increased strength. It didn't show? Shoot. That's not fair. Everyone needs to know that they're on the list. Okay, let me see if I can play it. Give me 1 second here. Let me see if this works. See if that...
You know what? You just made the list.
You just made the list. Nope. There you go. See there, that it worked that time. Good. And now we can do it with that one right there too.
You know what?
You know what, Brother Ray?
You just made the list.
You just made the list. I don't know why, but my stream for that like 30 seconds or whatever just totally didn't work. So appreciate you coming in. I'm glad that I was actually able to fix that and make sure that you know that you're on the list. And I appreciate the follows for sure. What did I add here? I added one more. I think it was Santa Hogan that I might have put here. What was my previous? Yeah, so it was Santa Hogan would be the last one that you would throw on for that. So if you haven't beaten this node, it's definitely beatable at the 4-star gold. If you do have her 5 bronze and you have it all maxed out, you can run it with a Titan if you actually wanted to put the Titan on her, but she will make a whole bunch of blast gems. I'm not sure if the Titan goes off if they're coming from the countdown gems, but making 15 random blast gems is a lot of blast gems. This decreases it by 5, and then you could have the sub to make sure that the moves get down, and create then multiply gems to add even more damage. If you're unsure, always go with Santa Hogan. That's exactly it, right? So it was funny, like when I was trying to set up Santa Hogan, I was like, all right, well, who do I put on Santa Hogan if I can't put on Santa Hogan? And we got stuck with Steph McMahon not doing anything for us, but that's okay. So this is definitely doable. And the second node, I don't, does she have a different move set up in the second node? I haven't checked to be sure. Yeah, so she goes with a completely different move set on the second one. But you should be able to use the sub move set that I had just shown to beat this with her. But if you do have Molly, then use Molly or use Trish. Anyone other than Beth Phoenix, I guess at this point is what I would suggest in order to beat that. So that would be the way to go with that. Trying to think if there's anything else within the game itself. I wanted to make a video of Ezekiel with the plate and how to run him, but there's no 6-star. What do y'all think? Would it be worthwhile to make that, or should I wait on that video with Ezekiel until I have a 6-star opponent? But the prize, my concern is that the prize wall ends tomorrow, and if I put a video out, at least people can get a sense if they should get that. But I'm pretty sure most people have done what they're going to do on this prize wall already. Is that correct? Like, any of y'all still deciding on what you should do? Or have you already purchased this kind of stuff? And it's just, because if that's the case, then there's no really reason of me being like, hey, you need to get this plate sort of thing. Which I don't think Ezekiel is 100% for anyways. I don't know. I'm not quite sure what I'll do with it at that. Is there anything good in here? I only have 1,000 of those. Okay, so I have nothing good in here. Yeah, I would really actually like to see him against him, because we would take some damage, but we could also really do a lot of stuff. You took the AAA plate. You only had Tech Brett for the moment. Yeah, Brother Ray, that was like the issue that I had as well too, right? I don't have Anvil, who it would be really good on, right? And I don't have Andre, who it's essentially made for. And I wasn't going to bring up all the rest of the jabronis on that list. Like I wasn't going to bring up Powerhouse Chic, and I wasn't, you know what I mean? Like I wasn't going to bring up any of those guys to 6-star to make it as OP as it would need to be. So it didn't make any sense. And a rare plate is always good to have, although this one has so few people that it could actually be used on right now. So my hope is that Scopely comes around with a way to use this plate effectively for people, right? That's of course the hope. So anyways, that's what I was hoping for. So why don't we, I think I fixed the recording mode so we can actually record a video that will work this time, and we'll do Ezekiel, and y'all can be, yeah, so Hall of Fame Sean it's going to work on. And what's cool with that, with the Hall of Fame Sean, if you put it on him, is he's going to do like 3.5 or so million on turn 1 with the plate going off, and then it's going to stack on that second turn because you're just going to use all of his moves on Hall of Fame Sean, and he's going to stack for closer to 6 million or so. The plate works really well on Hall of Fame Triple H. It's his plate, right? So obviously it's made and designed for him, and not really much for anybody else. So that I think is where I might end up with it later. But for now, it's going to be on Ezekiel because I wanted to try it out. So when I tried it out yesterday in the stream at 5 gold, it didn't work as well. But what do y'all think? I think this is the way that it should be run. It should be run with a 6-star drift away move. And if you have Powerhouse Hogan, I would put him here instead of this yellow gem damage, because that's what you're going to need. You took the moment. Yeah, and you should have absolutely taken that moment, Eagles. You got Andre. So that Andre is going to be better than maybe anybody who ever comes out that has that plate. That Andre in that moment, and if you ever get a drip for him, he'll probably be just better than anybody else that comes out with it. So that was the decision, right? If you got Andre, you took the moment. If you didn't get Andre, then it was plate or resources. But that was one hell of a prize wall. So hats off to Scopely for that, for sure. Yeah, so why don't we'll make a video of this. We'll put it on YouTube's. Y'all can be YouTube famous on the Professor's channel. And then we can call her an evening if that works for y'all. What do y'all think? That's seems to be what we'll do. We'll end it there. We'll show it off against the Hogan, and then I'll make another video next week when we have a 6-star opponent, or maybe later on with all of this. After you edit me, what am I editing? What part of the what have you said that's yeah, so Brother Ray, I put this plate on Ezekiel to see how it would work. So yeah, that's just because I wanted to. He was one person that I thought it might actually work really well on, so that's why I wanted to try it out. And so we tried it out yesterday. It was sort of lackluster. We tried it out this afternoon, and it worked out better with the 6-star move. So I think that's how we'll probably run it. So Eagles, do you want me to wait till you're out of the chat, or do you want after you edit me, of course, to be to be in the video itself too? We could have that in there as well. I just want to make sure. If you really want, you didn't say anything really crude, so I didn't think you wanted to be taken out of it. But we can sort of go with this. All right, y'all ready? Let's record something here, and hopefully this will work this time. It didn't work last time. Get the tables. Yeah, exactly. All right, let's do this. Hello, y'all. The professor is in. Class is in session, and today we are going to take a look at Ezekiel at 6-star bronze. And what I have done is I have taken the new Hunter's Medallion plate and put it on Ezekiel, and we're going to test him out to see how well he does. So here is what it's going to look like. So this is the plate that we're looking at. This plate right here, where you break percent on there. So we're getting 108%. on all gems. The yellow is going to do 208%, and that's because of this plate here, and it's going to continually stack. I also have a gem defense strap on him, but if you had gem damage, that would also work really well on him. So strap wise, that's what you're going to have to do to sort of make this work the best way that you want it to. Haven't leveled up all the moves, but this is the 6-star move, so we're going to use the drift away, and it's going to do 132k damage and 200 plus k damage for every immobile gem. And the immobile gems are going to come from the single leg Boston Crab, so we're going to choose a whole bunch of yellow gems that are going to turn into those immobile gems. And it's the jumping high knee and creating the green gems that's going to set the plate off. So feud wise, if you have Santa Hogan at 17k, this is going to go off all of it on turn 1. I don't have him at 17k, but I do have the feud perks. But I want to make sure I have the tour perks, but I wanted to make sure that that's all said sort of at the onset. So if you don't have Santa Hogan at 17k, you would have to run a double MP trainer. But if you do, then you're going to get that extra bonus damage with the blue chipper here for this. So that's one way to run him through. One thing to note is I've added the extra yellow damage right here with Braun. It keeps cutting in and out. Oh no, that's never good. Is everybody else having that problem? I can edit this part out later, so we can. I'll pause at this point. Let me know if it keeps cutting in and out. It might just be the recording part of it that doesn't work. I'll actually stop recording in general and see if that works. To bring it back. Okay. Yeah, I think that actually just took too much bandwidth on my computer. Okay, so I'm just going to record this afterwards. Oh, I think it started recording again. Shoot. What are you doing? Stop recording. All right. Testing. Is that any better? Are we back? Are we okay? It might just be too much to record on here as well. Okay, so for those that have come in and haven't seen Ezekiel with this, I'll play him one time and then we'll end it off. But instead of the yellow gem damage here, you'd put on Showboat Hogan, who has 100% more for immobile gems, which would then turn it would make Ezekiel go a ton faster. And after each sub, blasting this move right here could get upwards of 3-4 million, depending on how many you leave on the board. So the plate will make him go faster, but it's not going to make him it's not where the majority of your damage is actually going to come from, if that makes sense. How is the sound and everything now that I've stopped recording? So basically, turn 1 in a feud, you're going to hit this for the damage. Same here. Is it still cutting in and out, or have I just broken the stream? So we're going to need to make 2-3 matches to get everything going. And then we're going to need to make a row break somewhere to get the plate to go off again. Yellow gems are doing it, and that other plate is gone off too, which is good. We'll take that one, and hopefully We actually don't want that gem. We'll take that gem. So not just you. Okay. Well, that's... So it looks like I broke the stream, y'all. And I apologize for that. All right. So recording's not going to work as something in the future. It's sounding better now? Okay, good. So I think it was just the recording part of it messed up. And so now, okay, good. So I guess everyone's back and doing better. So the dangerous part of Ezekiel then is not having enough of these left on, but with each successive turn, we're going to make more and more yellow gem damage. And we just want to continue to make, when we do put our sub down, we do want to make sure that we create green matches so that we continue to buff it better now. Good. Everyone's back in. Good. Good, good, good. So we'll take that. We'll take that. And then we need to continue to make way better now. Okay. That's good. Excellent. Okay. So did you catch any of this, Brother Ray? Were you able to actually like sort of see and Gorilla how this is all working? And so if I had the it's fine now. Good. Okay. Thanks, Leo. If I had Powerhouse Hogan, this would be hitting for 550k each. So that's a 2 million hit, and then we go right back into the sub again. So you can see that we're not going to take a ton of damage, and we're just going to beat them up over and over and over again. So I think with the 6-star, you'd be able to do it probably in three cycles of the sub. But as you can see, I'm not sure the plate is actually doing, like, once you get to that third time through and you lay down the yellow gems, you're going to do close to 1 million, maybe 2 million, depending on how many yellow gems you match. But it's not necessary. Like, I don't feel like the plate's actually doing enough of a difference or a damage to make it sort of worthwhile. But if you don't have a good plate to throw on him, I'm not sure what else you would do. Like, I'm not sure an all hearts would make it that much better, I guess. I'm not sure. I'm still trying to figure out a way to make Ezekiel amazing. Yeah, the chat's lagging. It's all sort of lagging now as well too. But it's about that time. I've been on for 3 hours, and so I'm gonna call it an evening here. The chat's way behind. Okay, well that's never good. All right, I'm going to try to figure out why the chat isn't working. So I have a few projects before we get back together on Wednesday. So Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, I'll be back. Thank you for all of those who came in, all the new follows. Appreciate you. Those that subbed as well, I appreciate you too. I hope you have a good night, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And come Wednesday, I'm sure we'll have more tours and other things that we need to do. So I wish everyone good luck out there. Hopefully you get some good luck in that Santa Hogan to beat that. And if you haven't yet, I'm not sure how far this is all behind, but if you are interested in joining, let me see if I can post it one more time. I think I lost it. If you wanted to join my Discord server, I'll get the link again in case you weren't here earlier. As long as you're not a jerk, and as long as you're not going to be a terrible human being to others, it's open to anybody and everybody within the gaming community. That's a place where you can reach me. It's a place where you can ask me questions about your rosters or other things. It took 2 minutes for your comments to show up. Oh, geez. So it really was behind. I wonder why it was so far behind. Was that like that all night long, or is it just like the last? Once I hit record, that's probably what started it. Jeez. Retro. How's it going? You got on just as I'm finishing up and ending for the night. You got on just at the end of it. So um, I will catch you up a bit before I go. I checked out your video. It's very good. I am very interested to see what your new take on Bray Wyatt's going to be retro. So I'm very much interested, and I want to see how we can get him to work with that um, with that what's it called, the Faces of Foley one, green purple green brother, yeah, and that's very true. I was hoping that this move set would work really well with Ezekiel, and it doesn't. Like I was hoping that the yellow gem damage would do a lot better. So yeah, I think the way that Cerzoro has him would be a better way to do so, especially because that purple move set has the purple gem buff, right? I was trying to find a way to get that involved as well too. So that's what like makes it difficult to. So, but yeah, I'm gonna continue to tinker with him. But if I had to choose at the moment, it wouldn't be that build that I showed you. It would be the purple one for sure. So, um, so yeah, retro. I took Ezekiel 6-star to see if it worked better, the moveset and everything. Um, yeah, and it did slightly, and it's the 6-star move that makes that moveset run better, and you don't take as much damage. Um, and I think it's still not his best move set, and I think that's what Brother Ray is commenting on. It's not his best move set, even with that plate. So yeah. Oh, you got another new project too? All right, tell me about it, and then I'm gonna unfortunately have to go and end out the stream, or you can save it for yours. Yeah, I'm gonna record after recording it. Yeah, after the recording started, all hell went loose on the stream.